people are that you're dealing with. And we surpass everybody in all those areas. We always have. We always will. That's why calling us is important.
Do you have that new pickup?
Absolutely. And it's dynamite.
Okay. Lewisburg Ford is your best place to buy a Ford car or truck. What's your toll-free number?
816-444-2300.
Lewisburg Ford or lewisburgford.com.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Check the back seat. Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good, because every year dozens of children are forgotten in the back seat. Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. So get it in your head. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
You already listen to 96.5 The Fan, but are you following us? Our Instagram is loaded with show clips, breaking news, mock drafts, and content you can't get on the air, like Thy Royal Decree and Chiefs Take Tuesday. Go to Instagram, search for The Fan 965, and hit that follow button. If you don't do this immediately, Dusty has threatened to do a photo shoot in a bathing suit. Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5. This is your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. Welcome into Fescoe and Dusty.
I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
A show that, analytically, exists between 6 and 10 weekday mornings on Kansas City's only FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, buddy.
Live from the studios that brought you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Here's Bob Fescoe and Dusty Likens.
Rocking and rolling on a Tuesday. JT, you know about Tuesdays, right?
Shoeless Tuesdays is what we call them at our house.
Yeah, that's shoeless Bob Jackson over there.
That's exactly right.
Oh, man. Oh, no. Yeah, Tuesday's sex night for Mac and Bob. Not like, you know.
Not
but
together,
like,
right.
Yeah, with their, well, I guess wives now.
Yeah.
I forget now. It's Mac's wife.
That's
not
right.
Beyonce.
On their last night on the honeymoon, you definitely think Mac's getting on it. Really
well, you
good.
would hope, yeah.
I don't know. He's already up. He loved a tweet that I sent out because we saw the video yesterday that Nate Taylor, and damn it, Nate Taylor, to do this. Jake Bringstool has been a high rise of game.
Oh my God!
With a highlight catch. I said, Mac Morey's gonna, you know what?
Yeah,
when he sees
Mac's
this.
probably just going to bed now in Hawaii.
Man.
Yeah, it's about 5 hours difference
right,
there. But
so 1 o'clock.
Mac's paying more attention to training camp than I am, and I'm not on the honeymoon. He's paying more attention to training camp than you are. He's paying more attention to training camp than Dusty is, and this guy's in Hawaii.
well, if his wife is anything like my fiance goes to bed at like 8 or 9 because she's a teacher.
And then you just lock into Twitter.
I just get to lock in and do whatever I want. The boys
that's
are
heaven on earth.
The boys
for
are like,
you.
you can get on the game. I'm like, yeah, I can get on the game. They're like, dude, that's so cool. I'm like, yeah, man. She goes to bed. I get to stay up late. Yeah.
Oh wow. Look
Have
at you.
Have you been staying up late
or?
doing this?
Oh no. I go to bed before her now when I'm with you.
Yeah,
guys.
exactly.
Yeah.
You do. Absolutely.
She's like, it's so weird. You go to bed before me. I go, yeah, I got to get to sleep. Usually if I substitute, because I also substitute during the school year, I can go to bed at midnight or 1 and be up and ready to go. Working this, I don't know what it is, but I can't do that.
That might be the second That might be the second or first way to do part-time radio is sub or serve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you get out of there about 3:30?
Yeah. And
then,
I get to pick the days I want to sub. Like I can just pick, oh, hey, I like this class. I'll take
and
it.
And then eventually when you get to host after hours, you'll be here by 5.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
that's perfect.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. What school district are you substituting?
And that's free
in?
content, man.
So the one day,
I mean, my God.
I mean, every day something going to happen that you can bring up.
Show prep if you're in a school.
Out of left
it
field
is
question.
insane.
Timmy in 5th grade today asked me this.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's,
and then my best friend's little brother, my first year I was substituting, was still in high school, and he'd be like, "Oh my God, you're my sub." I'm like, "Yeah," and so he'd always try to get away with stuff, and I'm like, yeah. So I substitute mainly in the Raymore Peculiar School District,
Okay.
because they pay
Are you
well.
still living out there?
Yeah, I live out here now.
I knew you moved, but I
so
know if you moved over
trek
here.
all the way out there.
Yeah, so I'll take my dog with me, and my parents are like, "Hey, we'll watch the the dog for you," and I'm like, "Cool." And so there
if you
you
do
go.
that and then work here, your ride home's a lot shorter now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
There
so
you go.
I mean, I drive out there. I get paid almost $200 a day at Ray Pack.
Holy,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Wow,
what I'm saying.
No, but I know what they pay like at the other
Right.
like $1.25.
Right.
I mean,
yeah. It's not.
yeah.
It's not. Yeah. And so the other one I work at mainly is Olathe.
Yeah.
Olathe works pretty well too. So they do 160.
Allegedly, Ray Peck, he makes that. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I forgot
Yeah.
to say allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah,
Allegedly.
Yes. And Olathe pays well too. A little bit more than like a Shawnee Mission or a Blue Valley,
Yeah.
maybe.
I couldn't believe how much Blue Valley was going to pay me at sub, and I was like,
they're cheap, aren't they?
Yeah, they're cheap.
Yeah, for a rich district, they're cheap.
Yeah.
They are.
Weird.
Yeah. Exactly. Find a rich person that isn't cheap. Okay?
You know, rumor has it they're going to build a new football stadium, but they want the students' parents to pay for it.
Right.
Oh wow, that's great. I thought you were going to say all the schools were going to share it.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say
School tax just raised this year. Why?
Yeah.
Well, you want a new stadium.
Yeah. Football stadium.
So
in
I
Blue
thought
Valley.
you were going to say the whole stadium is going to be shared by all 5 high schools
Well,
they
that's
have
what we
out there?
do. I mean, Olathe has 2 stadiums. Blue Valley, I think, has 2 stadiums where everybody kind of shares. Shawnee Mission has a couple that everybody kind of bounces around. I'm sure Lee Summit's the same way. I don't know.
I have no
Lee
idea.
Summit has all high schools have their own.
Everyone.
How many high schools are there in Lee Summit? 3.
Should be 4 in the
They're
next
about-
5
yeah,
years.
say there's gonna be another
so
one.
there'll probably be a district stadium.
I'm trying to
after
think
that.
where, because you got North, Lee Summit, West. So obviously you have like Lee Summit East.
Yeah.
But man, they're so far behind on construction. It's ridiculous. Like this mess at 291 in the outer road where the new, I don't know, Super Troopers office is going, Highway Patrol office is going. Then there's like this Quick Trip that's supposed to be torn down, rebuilt. The outer road's jacked up. Then there's all this. I mean, it's
all the stuff they couldn't do during the World Cup when they wanted to keep. So now you're starting to see. I don't know if you've noticed that a lot, but all of a sudden, like every road's closed now.
Oh, dude, my exit to get off.
Tried I-70 lately.
I know. I-70 next year is going to be a mess. Like, good luck
Shut
getting
down.
the Chiefs games, next year. I mean,
Good.
good for people going out there.
Because
God.
our apartment's off Midland Drive, and that exit right now is closed.
Oh, that's closed.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
fun.
that's
It's
great.
real fun. Yeah.
Yeah, like every exit's closed now. Every road's under construction. It's a mess. But it is August, and we didn't have it for 6 weeks because of the World
Yeah,
Cup.
we
so
felt
we're
like
getting
we were on
back.
the top of the world
We
with no
really did.
construction.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody last night about the World Cup. I'm like, man, it sucks that it's over. I go, yeah, it really. I mean, like we really enjoyed the hell out of that event, not just because it was here, but just the whole thing.
I thought the World Cup was like the perfect, time span.
It was, yeah.
It got you through all of June.
Terrible Royal season. Yeah.
Yeah. It got you through all of June. And then by the time it's over, it's like the 4th of July, basically. I guess it was going through July. Yeah.
Like the 19th. It was training camp time.
Yeah, I thought it was like perfect. I feel like if it went on any longer.
You may have gotten tired of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many people are watching the MLS now? Like everybody's into soccer, I'm sure.
As it started.
That's exactly right.
The only reason I knew it was on is because my fiance's got me watching Ted Lasso, and it's on Apple TV, and I guess MLS is on Apple TV. So anytime we get on there, they're like, "Oh, hey, MLS is on." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care. I'll go down to this Ted Lasso thing." So yeah,
I'm gonna go play video games with my friends.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody said, "Oh, I'm a soccer fan now after the World Cup." I guarantee you, nobody's watched 1 minute of the MLS, right?
I wouldn't say no one, but I'm sure that there's probably a few more. It kind of, you know what it does to me. You know the analogy I love with this?
What?
It's the gym on New Year's.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
It's like everybody's like, I'm going to get back into it. I'm going to work out. And then by February, you're like, Hey, Harold, how you doing today? Where's the other? Oh, that's right. It's February 18th. They're done.
See, usually it's about January 20th.
Oh,
because
that's
believe me, with my OCD the way that it is, don't you think I'm looking forward to
So what you're saying,
Juan's not here anymore. Son of a
what you're saying is come next weekend, not this weekend, but come next weekend when the preseason starts up. All MLS people are like, it's over.
Yeah, the NFL people are really ready because there's a game in 2 days.
That's right.
Well, and it's Kenny Pickett.
Oh, yeah.
It's Kenny Pickett.
I saw that. Kenny's getting the start. That's good. Exciting.
Kenny Pickett's Carolina, right?
Yeah.
He's on Carolina now. That's crazy.
Bryce Young is now not. He's
too good to play.
Too good.
Yeah, too good. I mean, playoff quarterback.
It's true. Who is Arizona starting? Are they starting Brissett?
Who else do they have?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I thought they were starting the rookie they got from, was it Georgia or Miami, Beckett?
Oh, Carson
Beck?
Yeah, Carson Beck.
I said Beckett.
Yeah. He's an idiot. He had he had Hannah Cavender right there. Couldn't stay off Snapchat. So Snapchat yesterday, deadline's over.
Ain't that the moral of every story?
I mean, just stay
off it.
Hannah Cavender. Right there.
But this is how these kids are meeting today. It's insane.
And I know that Carson Beck has seen himself in the mirror and sees Hannah Cavender.
Right.
And goes, man, this is a really good thing I got here. How can I screw this up? I'm going to holler at some girls on Snapchat because I'm the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins.
There you go. Athlete
or
in
the Miami
a nutshell.
Hurricanes.
Athlete in a nutshell, Dusty, right there. I'll do whatever I want because I'm an athlete, you know?
Yeah, somebody says I don't watch much of MLS, but I did start following the English Premier League.
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
Start
your coffee at 6 a.m.
Yep.
Go hit your joint on the patio at 6:30.
Right.
Take your dump at 6:45. Sit on the couch.
Game on.
Premier League starts.
That's a Saturday, brother.
That is a good Saturday.
That is a great start to a Saturday.
Bob and I didn't really even know each other yet, and we both discussed what we do on Saturday, and we could have finished each other's sentences.
Right.
Says I'll see you in 7 years.
That's
kid.
right.
So the deadline's over. The Dodgers, I think, climaxed early.
Yeah,
man. You know what I mean?
so,
I'm not trying to be like sexual here, but I mean that's kind of what it felt like. And then all of a sudden it gets fishy.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is interesting to me with the Dodgers. So I'm watching MLB Network last night.
I was too. First time in a while I turned MLB Network on.
And Harold Reynolds was just like constantly flabbergasted with like the way that, because like, man, if you were on your phone at 3 p.m. and you were following baseball, it was like Nightingale passing this guy, Heyman, this guy's going here. Everybody started moving. Not a lot of huge names that maybe move the needle for you.
Right.
But a lot of teams, doing a lot of action in the right positions on the field, unlike maybe your local team. But this comes from Brewer Sooner. I like this guy, follower. Tigers call the Dodgers. So remember that. Tigers call the Dodgers, wanted to get a deal done immediately. Rays weren't even given a chance. Tigers didn't care for their prospects. Made the price for Milwaukee much higher than for the Dodgers. Something is fishy, way too fishy. Again, Detroit Tigers officials call the Dodgers on Saturday night to inform them they wanted to get a Scooble deal done. And this comes from a couple of people that wrote about this article. Tigers reached out to the Dodgers, eyes emoji. That's weird to me.
That is weird. You had the biggest trade chip of all time, right? Why are you reaching out to anybody?
They should be, and there
should be a bidding war.
And where Harold was flabbergasted, which is where JT
Harold was pissed off yesterday,
and he kept interrupting, and it was fine because he's like, "Can we get back to the Dodgers trade?"
The whole thing was like, because nobody can believe what they like. We've had now 24, 48 hours to really digest this trade.
It would be like, I don't know, because like there are deals like this. Like if you had a car, and you were selling it and you knew that I needed a car, you might, to get rid of it, would be like, hey, I've got this old 99 Impala that's got 141,000 miles on it. If you want it, we can talk price.
Yeah, right.
But normally, like, I should be the one to be like, hey, do you still have that Impala? And what are you selling it for? Not you being like, hey, I've got this car. It's this much. Just saying.
Right.
You're trying to like foist it onto me and like, you're like, hey, we want to get rid of this now. It seems odd, man.
It does.
Like now that it makes sense that they did it on Saturday night, yet everybody else was moving yesterday from 2 to 4:30.
I mean, everybody was
Everybody
moving
Toronto,
yesterday.
Cleveland, the Mets, the Yankees, the
all over the
Royals.
place. Yeah, like they didn't even want to get involved, I guess, with that, but they wanted. I don't know. I'm just trying to rationalize why you would make that trade if you're the Dodgers. Now, I understand if you're or not the Dodgers, but if you're the Tigers, I understand. Like you looked at Tampa's system and you're like, I don't like anything down there. That's fine if you say that and cast cast them away because not everybody matches up with everybody.
Right.
I'm good with that. The other team that was involved, who did you say? Milwaukee. Yeah. Like
too high for you.
Yeah, like you made the offer extremely high for the Milwaukee Brewers because maybe you don't want to see a small market team win.
Owner collusion.
Yeah, that's
end of result.
And result is this and that's kind of where it's at. You know, I was talking to some folks around baseball last night. The Royals had a wonderful gala last night out at Kauffman Stadium, and just kind of getting the lay of the land of what people are thinking. And I think everybody's pretty convinced there's going to be some sort of work stoppage one way or the other on this thing. So if you're the Los Angeles Dodgers, hell yeah, you're going to go all in. And if you're the owners in this thing, you kind of do want that work stoppage because everybody seemingly is starting to curry favor on the owner side of things. And so they can take the side that, hey, we're the heroes in all this. We're the ones that want the salary cap. And believe me, from what I heard, yesterday, yes, salary cap is going to happen in Major League Baseball. I think it's something that they're really, really, truly pushing for to make sure that they get that salary cap in Major League Baseball. But as long as they have a floor, I'm good with that as well. But yesterday, yeah, just a weird day in Major League Baseball with that Dodger thing because that kind of just trumped everything else that went on because nobody could figure out why the Dodgers were doing that trade.
We'll get more into who else did the trade world. Plus, we've got audio of J.J. Bucolo talking about what the Royals did and why they did it here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Royals.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Saquon Thornton, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, the summer gets super hot, so now you need to get a Super Light. That's right. The team that brought you Surfside is back with something new. Meet Super Light, the new vodka plus aid canned cocktail. Super Light comes in 4 classic sports drinks flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and blue chill. And ooh, that blue chill is money, baby. With just 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles, Super Light delivers a refreshing taste that's perfect for any occasion. From the golf course to the bar, at night, at the concert, a day at the ballpark, Super Light is here for the moment. Look for Super Light variety packs and individual flavors at stores and bars near you. You must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
That pallet of pavers collecting dust? The beginnings of a garden? Those stray fence posts? Are you haunted by half-finished projects on your land? John Deere is here to say, not anymore. Our compact tractors allow you to swap implements easily, and they're backed by the nation's largest dealer network. You always had the right idea, and with the right tools, those projects can get finished for good. Nothing runs like a Deere. Learn more at johndeere.com/compact tractors.
Hey, it's the Lawman giving you a couple updates. Just settled a case for $1.175 million on a commercial vehicle accident, $750,000 on a motorcycle accident, $557,500 on a premise liability case. Call the Lawman. If you've been charged with a felony DWI, call the Lawman. You only got a short window to get the admin filed in Missouri and in Kansas. Call me now.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It shouldn't be based solely on advertisement.
Meet Taylor Burks, the woke liberal play-acting Republican to run for Congress. Burks bankrolled and praised a never-Trumper, then attacked President Trump and his supporters. Burks' PAC even endorsed a Democrat who backed Hillary Clinton for president. Never Trump money, Democrat endorsement, liberal applause. And while serving on the board of Truman State University, Taylor Burks oversaw the school's transition into a cesspool of woke garbage. Under his watch, a performance of the vulgar vagina monologues, mocking conservative values, and a pride exchange closet, providing new clothes after sex changes, the go-to boutique for trans students looking for a wardrobe tailored to them. Woke Taylor Burks, a bad fit for Missouri. The two-faced liberal phony we can't trust. Win It Backpack is responsible for the content of this ad. Paid for by Win It Backpack. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. WinItBackpack.com.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and driving in this area means navigating everything from busy metro traffic to open Midwest roads, so having the right auto insurance really matters. With AAA, switching today means you could save up to 21% on your auto insurance. AAA offers trustworthy protection, personalized coverage options, and customer service that gives you
you real peace of mind. And when you bundle policies or insurance multiple vehicles, you can save even more. Visit AAA.com. That's AAA.com.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
The last 3 days of our summer sale are here. Save from 30 to 50% on suits, sports coats, and sportswear at Peter's Clothiers. Find the look you want at the price you'll love. Visit Peter's Clothiers at 124th and State Line.
Telly Tire and Auto Center's biggest sale of the year is back. The tires at cost sale. That's right, you pay what we pay, plus mounting and balancing for only $30 per tire. Reserve yours at TELLEtire.com.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
On the Missouri side, 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. I-70 westbound from 470 into downtown, 15 minutes. Kansas side 70 eastbound from 435 to 670 is an 11-minute drive. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Moving right along. Because that's exactly what it's going to look like. Because you have Tampa Bay, you have the Yankees, and you have Boston, who made a huge move.
Yeah.
Which we can get into that as well. But this comes from the New York Yankees last night. They optioned 2 pitchers and an infielder to AAA Scranton last night following the game. I don't mention any names because there's one name that is very shocking, and that is Anthony Volpe goes to AAA.
Yep.
Does he ever put pinstripes on again?
I think the answer is yes, but I hedge the yes because I'll say there's going to be some sort of injury or something like that that prompts the Yankees to have to bring him back up, I'm sure, because that's just the way it goes. But, I mean, look, let's be honest here. I mean, he's in that same category as Alex Gordon was when he came up. Alex Gordon was immediately compared to George Brett, and Anthony Volpe was immediately said the next Derek Jeter, and they gave him number 11, the next number that wasn't retired from 0 to 10. And, I mean, that's a lot of pressure on both of those guys to have to live up to.
I think the other thing is not necessarily compared, which is the same word that I'm using, but they were like, you're the next.
Yes.
Like, I don't know if like that's the same or if that's just like, yes, it is. It's like, well, it's blue. No, it's teal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But like, it's one of those things where like, that's a tough world to live in when, you know, we were discussing this morning for about 10 minutes, like who would be considered the top 4 Yankees of all time? Is Jeter one of them? And I know there's a lot of people that, Jeter sucks. 6 titles, captain, 3,000 hits, 1 team, whole career, pretty good at shortstop. And Jeter's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And then this was coming from like the New York fandom, like what New Yorkers think. So I don't know, man. There's so many that catch the eye. To do 4 out of the 6 that I can think of when it comes to Ruth, Mantle, Gehrig, DiMaggio, Jeter, and Yogi.
Yeah.
And I'm leaving gobs of players off. Whitey Ford's on that list, right? Reggie Jackson, even though he's only there and he played for 9 teams, he's still considered. That's where he Mr. October. Like, you know, you could put Andy Pettit's in there, maybe Posada's up there,
Mariano Bernie Williams, yeah.
Mo's in there. So, all that stuff. But I think the interesting thing about yesterday was kind of what Boston did. Like, that's why the AL East it's interesting. Like the East in the NBA next year should be kind of interesting.
Absolutely.
Knicks are coming back from a title. Philadelphia's all in.
I mean, they just got Kevin Love.
What's City of Love? What's Boston's image now that Jaylen Brown's gone? They miss out on Giannis. Giannis is in Miami.
Right.
Like all this weird stuff. So like now you have Boston going and getting Adley Rutschman, who, for those of you that remember, went before Bobby Witt Jr., and now he's gone. The Rays made a deal. The AL East is just going to be fun, and that's what the fun part about the trade stuff was yesterday. The bland vanilla stuff was what the Royals did.
Yeah, it was. And the Royals didn't do much yesterday, and I don't think we expected them to go out there and do a whole lot yesterday. The Adley Rutschman trade, though, is the most unique one because when his name came up originally, I'm like, man, he's the same guy, same draft as Bobby. And I remember talking to folks back in the day when they got Bobby Witt.
Right before Bobby
went
Witt.
one.
We had Ned on this show and said we'd have taken Adley if they took Bobby, and they took Adley, so we took Bobby.
That's exactly right. And I can tell you, I was talking to some people, when that went down, and they were praying that Adley Rutschman would go number one here in Kansas City because they wanted Bobby that bad. And obviously they made the right decision and the choice was made. And what was that, 2019, I think that was, the year before the COVID crisis, because Bobby played in that COVID stuff out at the ballpark. But look at how those two careers have, done different things. Each made the playoffs one time. I guess Adley was part of that team in 2024, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was definitely part of that team.
Him and Gunnar.
Yeah, and they're already like kind of moving on. But they get the opportunity to move on in Baltimore because at least they have somebody back there right now. This Samuel Basallo kid that they love, who's their catcher that they've extended now for a while. So they had the ability to move Adley Rutschman, but even still, it's still a surprising trade to know a guy that was drafted number 1 overall 7 years ago is now already traded, and not just traded, but traded to a division rival, too. All of that seemed out the window during the trade deadline. Oh, they'll never trade to division rivals, and the AL East basically intermingled with everybody yesterday.
Which lets you know there's only one rivalry in the AL East, and it's Boston, New York.
That's exactly right, yeah.
There's no other rivalry between any other teams. Like Baltimore, we don't like them because it's like, who do you hate more, the Broncos or the Chargers? It's the Broncos. You don't want to do business with the Chargers, but like, you would send somebody, I don't know, just in today's world. Your picks, your top 10 picks in that 2019 draft: Adley Rutschman, Bobby Witt Jr., Andrew Vaughn, J.J. Blede is how you say that. Riley Green, C.J. Abrams, Nick Ladaolo.
Who?
I don't know. He's a pitcher that went to TCU that the Reds drafted. Josh Jung, Shea Langerhans.
Langerhans?
No, it's not Langerhans. It's Langoliers.
Langoliers.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Shea Langoliers, I think.
It's weird. I know how to say it in my head, just not on the air. And then Hunter Bishop. So Carroll was in that draft. George Kirby was in that draft. Gunnar Henderson was also in that draft.
Yeah.
They took him 42nd overall. They took Adley Rutschman number 1 overall and said this will be the future of the Baltimore Orioles. They, like the Royals, played in that same playoff series where the Royals won the total score was like
3-1 or something like that. Yeah.
Fight.
Yeah.
And so that was interesting to see that not only do they trade in their own division, they also, that was the number 1 overall pick, and they were just like, yeah, your war's been down. You haven't been the player we thought you were going to be. We've got to move on. We've got to rebrand. Now they still have Gunnar Henderson. They still have the Holiday kid, Jackson. So we'll see what they go from there. But they got a haul from Boston, man, and they're going to use that to kind of patch the Band-Aid that gets ripped off of being like, hey, I know he was number 1 overall, but he's gone, couldn't stay healthy. He wasn't the number 1 pick that we thought and hoped that it panned out to be. But this also shows you this is why baseball is so freaking hard to be successful in it when you have to do it this way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can buy like the Dodgers and know that you have a proven commodity. But, man, it's hard when you try to draft these 19, 18-year-old, 22 to 18-year-old kids, hoping they hit. Bobby does, Rutschman doesn't. They were taken right next to each other.
Right, it's a 50-50 split, right? You hear it all the time. It's a 50-50 chance these guys hit. Well, 1 and 2, it's been a 50-50 split. Adley Rutschman has not hit, and that's why he was traded to the Boston Red Sox. But, yeah, it's hard to project that talent out so much in baseball because you just don't know what you're going to get. Hopefully when the new collective bargaining agreement does come around, Dusty, we got more guys staying in college a lot longer and them truly using college baseball more as a minor league system so that when they do come up here, they're more ready and they're not wasting their time down there in the minor leagues. But I do give the Orioles a little bit of credit because they did go out there and they had the successor ready to go, for Adley Rutschman. And that is important.
And they've already signed him.
And they've already signed that guy. Yeah, he's been extended for a very long period of time. So they love their catcher. They made that guy expendable out there. That's why it's important to have that minor league system, to have guys ready to go and to always be kind of a cog machine down in the minor leagues where you can make a big trade like that to set your organization up. Because,
like the Royals having Cags and could have traded Vinny.
Right. Like that. Yeah. See what they could have done there? Yeah.
I tried to tell you guys he was coming. I told you I traveled the whole damn Midwest to tell you this kid was coming. They signed him at void arbitration.
Right.
I'm just saying. No, I'm not mad. I like Vinny. I think he's great. But that's the move you're referencing.
But that's the move you make. You have to be willing to make these kind of moves that are hard. Look, the Baltimore Orioles traded yesterday their number 1 draft pick, franchise hero from 2019, right? They were building the whole thing around him. The Royals refused to trade Waka and Lugo because they need them for 27. And that, to me, right there, is the difference in two organizations. Yeah, Baltimore isn't playing great baseball, but they realize they have this star catcher that they could potentially trade because they've got another guy ready. Had the Royals had guys ready in the minor leagues as pitching prospects to bring up, then you could have traded Lugo and Waka and not had to worry about having pitchers that are going to take the mound for you in 2027 when you had 2 trade chips on your roster that you could have moved. Like Baltimore trading Adley Rutschman, it's a bad look for Kansas City not trading Waka or Lugo yesterday.
So Adley Rutschman, probably not going to be remembered much for other than the first overall pick and getting traded to Boston. His career numbers so far in 5 years with Baltimore, not the best.
Not great.
254 batting average, OPB of 342, a slug of 414, and an OPS of 756. Now, these are what his career numbers would be. 6 triples, 122 doubles, 69 home runs. That's it. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he becomes Jason Varitek.
Maybe he does, yeah.
Maybe he just needed a new scenery,
yeah.
But, I mean, because if you look at it, another player that they have that's a star-studded young not rookie, but young star. Yeah. Jackson Holiday hasn't done his performance like they thought he wanted.
And so Tio, I know he hasn't done what the press has told us he is going to do because
of his last name and everything.
Right, and then you have Ethan that's now drafted in Colorado, and then obviously Dad was a unit.
Oh yeah, I love Matt Holliday, one of my favorite players, man. I remember when he got traded to the Cardinals and we were over there. It was the coolest thing ever to have a guy like that, man. That guy was awesome.
And I think he has some sort of Stan Musial quote tattoo down his left arm or right arm, whatever it is.
Of course he does, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, just dude.
I mean, just ooze Provel.
Him in Colorado was fun to watch.
Yeah,
but the thing is so last year I think Jackson was 20. I might be wrong on that, but I know they both get drafted out of high school. And then this year, remember, he had that weird hand injury that 3 or 4 players got.
Before hammock.
Yeah, he got that this year. So there's still time, but yes, PTSD of Adley Rutschman not getting there. Now, Gunnar Henderson was Bobby's backup in the World Baseball Classic. I think that they can still kind of...
Yeah, they got Gunnar. They can say they hang their hand
And Jordan Westberg is still part of that team as well.
And they like the Basello kid who's...
Yeah, Basello, they signed to an 8-year extension last year.
So they obviously like Basello. It's just, I don't know
but
what
Gunnar's time was up, man. You were a number 1 overall pick. Or Adley Rutschman, I'm sorry. Adley Rutschman's time was up. You're the number 1 overall pick. They've had to stare and look at what Bobby Witt Jr. has been doing. And it was 254, sub 1-9 WAR. You're not that guy, man. You're not that guy. And maybe somewhere else you can be that guy. But he was, it's tough to call him that. Kadarius Toney for the Giants. And Boston is the Chiefs being man, we know that speed's there. We know that, ability's there. We'll take a chance on a number 1 former overall pick, top 20 pick.
How much pressure, though, is he going to deal with in Boston now versus where he really didn't have the fans in Baltimore?
2 weeks.
You know, like in Boston, it's going to be rough for him
I don't know
there.
if he's got too much pressure.
I think you're right
Boston.
about the 2 weeks, though. Probably less than that.
But if he does what that cat did for the Yankees last night, you're good.
Yeah.
Like,
right. If you had a home run in your first game, you're good.
Even though you lose, you know what they're going to remember? One thing. Well, two things now that Volpe's down. They're going to remember one thing, that dude that they signed was Luis Garcia, whatever his name is.
Yep.
They're like, that guy, he's good.
He's ours.
He's fine. He hit a home run, especially to the choir. You know, that's the area, the Derek Jeter. You know, that's where they're at. Boom, homer.
Yeah,
all right, we're good.
You can't do it any better than that.
No.
Yeah.
So
the reason I say that he doesn't have too much pressure is because the Red Sox catchers this whole year have sucked. Whoever they brought in, I mean, their average for all their catchers they've had is a 3.01. Like, it's not good in Boston right now with catchers, and so they needed a catcher. I think Adley's a good platoon. I wouldn't say platoon, but a good replacement, and they have him for control for next year too.
So Adley's there because everyone knows he's a former number 1 overall pick. This is where like the hype goes.
Yeah.
There's 3 things he's got to do in Boston to completely succeed right out of the chute. Do something great early. Embrace Boston, like, you know, they took
Love
me
it
in
up.
and then let it all go when it comes to beard, hair.
Gotta
grease.
let it grow
Just
out.
Let
it
you
go.
Don't be the pretty boy. Baltimore, you were the pretty boy. What did Johnny Damon do? Turn into a fisherman of crab overnight, and everybody embraced him.
Yeah, they loved him up there because of that. And you know what he really needs to do? And I would tell this to anybody when you're going to a new city, embrace the legend in town. He needs to embrace Big Papi. Just go up to Big Papi and love up Big Papi and talk about how he loved Big Papi. You do that, you will be a hero in Boston.
Somebody said Adley Rutschman yesterday, Adley Rutschman in a week, and it was a picture of Casey Affleck from like one of those like he had like the beard there.
Yeah.
Why they didn't trade Lugo or Waka? This is the general manager of the Royals, JJ Picola.
I was told of those reports. I think that was definitely overstated. That there's a lot of interest and we're turning down discussions. That's not how it happened. There were teams that are interested in walking Lugo. And what we just explained to clubs is with the core of players that we have coming back in 26 and that we need starting pitching. You know, we hold those guys in high esteem and we value them quite a bit. But if you have great interest in them, please come to us and talk to us about it. You know, some clubs chose to have some more discussions. Some clubs chose not to, you know, so I don't know how they value those players. There was obviously a lot of other pitchers that were traded today. I think the big takeaway that I think it's important to understand, you know, you trade a Michael Waka, you trade a Seth Lugo, you're going to get prospects back, which is not a bad thing, but also depends on where your team's timeline is. And right now, with the injuries we've suffered this year, you know, we're going to be active trying to build a starting rotation up, given the injuries we have, the guys who won't be available, you know, for the better part of next year. So we got a lot of work to do to try to rebuild the pitching staff. So getting prospects back that are 3 years away, 4 years away, wasn't that exciting to us. But it doesn't mean we weren't going to listen. It just never got to the point where, you know, I would categorize it as great interest. There was some interest, but there wasn't great interest in that. So if we were able to, get a bat, get another arm in return that are already in the major leagues, that's a different discussion. But when we're a team that's not in contention right now, and you're dealing with teams that are in contention, the last thing they want to do is really take off of their major league team. So that makes it a difficult match.
So there's the general manager, JJ Picola, on why.
Yeah, there's a lot there to talk about, right? I mean, there's a lot there to talk about. Number one, he talked about needing starting pitching, and that's moving forward. And I will say this, like they always say 2 wrongs don't make a right? And the wrongs that the Royals have right now are playing poor baseball at the big league level, but not having anybody ready to go at the minor league level. Look at the Adley Rutschman trade. They were able to make a trade for their organization by trading Adley Rutschman away, right? And how many players did they get back in return for Adley Rutschman? Let me count here just 1 second. Baltimore
4
receives 1, 2, 3, 4 of those players.
And then 1 to be named in cash.
Right. And 3, I believe, of those players were top 5 players in the Boston system, top, 100 players overall that they were able to bring back in return, right?
And one of them is a major league player that's playing in the pros as a catcher right now, so they got a catcher in return as well.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Carlos Narvaez,
playing devil's advocate. Waka and Luga have been astronomically better than Adley Rutschman has the last 3 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the mistake is you don't have any players down in your minor league system that are ready to bring up. And so now you have to compound it by making another mistake and keeping Lugo and Waka on your roster for another year because you don't have the players necessary in the minor leagues to backfill. Whereas Baltimore was able to trade Adley Rutschman, get a top pitching prospect back in return, 2 or 3 top 5, I think 3 top 5 prospects from Baltimore because they had Sam Basallo ready to go and already signed to an 8-year extension. So this is where the Royals are failing miserably, is that they're preventing themselves from making the right moves at the big league level because their minor league system is not in shape and is not where it needs to be to backfill like Baltimore was able to do. And that's the crux of it. If the Royals had players in their minor league system that were ready to go, they would have been able to trade Lugo and Waka. But because they have failed in the minor leagues, now they're failing at the big league level by having to keep these two guys to be placeholders, basically, because they have no other options for 2027.
I would even go to a different step here and go, why don't you look at what Casey Mize went with Detroit? Detroit traded Casey Mize to San Diego. San Diego gave up their
Detroit's
number.
not going to trade with the Royals. I'm just
no,
I'm just going to tell you right now. No, I'm just letting you know they're not going to trade with the Royals.
Well, I'm not talking about trading with Detroit. I'm saying
he's saying look at what they did. Yeah.
Detroit traded their starting pitcher to San Diego. San Diego gave up their number 2 prospect.
How old is Casey Mize?
He's, I think, 28.
He's not 34. He's not 35, 36. Like the Royals, I get it. If you get rid of Waka and Lugo, my first question is, like, who pitches for you next year? Because you traded Bubic.
Yep.
Bubic doesn't walk, and then you can bitch and moan about who they got in Duran, but like,
hey, they got something for a guy that's on the 60-day DL,
and he's gonna walk next year.
Yeah, and he's gonna walk. You got somebody back for a guy that's hurt that's gonna leave.
That was a good trade.
Good move. Yeah.
So you got something for Bubic.
Yeah.
So again, now we're looking at Avila and Noah Cameron are pitching next year. Without Waka, Lugo, Reagans,
if Avila's
Kolick,
healthy,
he'll be fine. But like Kolick, Reagans, they're not pitching next year, at least until July. Cameron's your only guy. So you're going to have to go, and what basically they're telling you, at least what I'm hoping they're telling me, to just be the other side of the conversation is they're going to have to go spend in the offseason. There's no other option because of where your minor league system is not good now, because everybody that's in there that is going to replace what you need is far too young in Shields and in
Chirino.
Not Chirino, but whatever it is. I can't think of it right now. Churio, not Churio.
Yeah.
It's not Churio. Is it Churio?
What are you talking about? Which one?
The high prospect that's 18.
The 17, 18-year-old kid.
Throwing flames. Can't think of his name right now. Someone will have it on the text line. But that to me is like where it's, to me where like that's where that's at, because it's now the other problem is you now have is it a majority? Maybe a majority of a fan base that thinks that you didn't make the right moves. So damn it, these dudes better be there next year.
Yeah.
They better be damn good.
It sure sounds like, from listening to JJ's comments, about there may be a short leash next year for a lot of guys. Now, I do know there will be changes this offseason. I've got that on good authority, that there will be changes made to this organization. You have to, after having a season like this. There will be changes. Now,
Kendry Churio.
Yeah. Now, what those changes are, I don't know. Is changing out the hitting coach, the pitching coach, the base coaches, whatever the case may be, guys in the front office. Who knows what those changes are going to be, trades, whatever the case may be. There's a lot that could be changed on this team. Is that going to be enough? Because JJ also mentioned the team's timeline. It sure sounded like, listening to him there, 27 is the year. And if it doesn't get done in 27, then it could be total rebuild for the Kansas City Royals. And I'm talking about from a front office standpoint as well. That's what that lends me to when I hear him talking about team's timeline and we need to have these guys ready for 27. You're making this big sprint to 27, And I don't know if this team is even ready to win in 27. You're going to have to rebuild the whole bullpen. You're going to need a bunch of starters, and backup starting pitching as well. Right. And we can talk about this lineup and this core. They flat out stunk for the first 6 weeks of the season from an offensive standpoint. Guys that you were counting on, from Vinny to Salvi to everybody in between, that was a stinker for the first 6 weeks of the season. So you're right, Dusty. These guys better come out in a ball of fire this offseason and make some serious changes to this roster.
Coming up on the other side, it's a Tuesday, so we'll get into our tough Tuesdays here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Marcel Delane, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, it's Bob Fescoe. Are high-interest credit cards and rising bills stressing your budget? You pay every month, but high interest makes getting ahead feel impossible. Your home's equity can help. A refinance with Golden Oak Lending consolidates debt into one manageable monthly payment, giving your budget room to breathe. Get a free mortgage checkup today. Call 913-890-GOLD or visit goldenoaklending.com. That's 913-890-GOLD. It's Golden Oak Lending, MLS 114937.
Hi, I'm Michaela, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. You found your dream engagement ring. As a jewelry consultant, I recommend to start shopping for your wedding band 6 months before your big day. Don't worry. At Shane Company, we're here to help you find the perfect bands. Our men's and women's bands are crafted to high-quality standards, and it shows in every detail, with a stylish design and comfortable fit. At Shane Company, we'll take care of your engagement ring and wedding bands for life, because a friend wants you to say, I do, to your rings again and again. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
They say 40 is the new 20, and that's because guys in their 40s, 50s, and 60s are walking around with the testosterone levels of their 20s. If you want that energy drive, the libido of your younger self, then go to Low T Center like the thousands of other men have. Go to fixmylowt.com and book your free T-test today.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? Call Jay Southland Tow Service, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all. Be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow.
Now at Lowe's, faster quotes start at the Lowe's Pro Desk. Got a material list handwritten on a sticky note or saved as a photo? Perfect. Bring it to us and get a quote in minutes. And if you don't see what you need on the shelf, we'll help you get it. You can access thousands of products beyond what's available in-store or on Lowe's.com, right from the Lowe's Pro Desk. Build quotes faster and source the materials you need to keep your jobs moving. Just like that, at Lowe's.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The world's game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payout so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game straight match results bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the world's game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This promotional offer not available in Ontario, Pennsylvania, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. Available in the U.S. For New York, 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. New and existing customer offer, subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel, must be present in a state where it's legal to wager.
The corrupt political establishment. If you're ready to give them the finger, Taylor Burks is your man for Congress. Taylor Burks, America First conservative, outsider, 3 combat deployments as a naval commander. Taylor Burks will stand with President Trump against rhinos and the corrupt establishment. In Congress, Burks will always put America first. He'll work with Trump to deport every last illegal, ban communist China from owning 1 inch of our land, and protect our elections by passing the SAVE Act once and for all. So if you want to tell off the political establishment, conservative warrior Taylor Burks, an America First patriot for Congress. Paid for by Show Me Valor PAC. www.showmevalorpac.org. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Show Me Valor PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Chiefs coverage sponsored by Renner Garage Door. RENNER, forward and back.
Almost Andy Reid here. Summer heat can put your garage door to the test. Stay ahead of the game with a Renner Garage Door summer tune-up. Plus, get free repair or replacement quotes and $100 off a new garage door. Forward and back. RENNER.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Northland, 169 highway southbound. Gets heavy at 68th Street. Just crawls down towards Inglewood with construction taking away a lane. Kansas side, 635 southbound. Still rolling from Shawnee Drive down to I-35. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Back at it here on 96.5 The Fan. Royals in town tonight. Make sure you get out to the game. Check out Salvador Perez getting honored for hitting .318. I know it's that weird. Is this like purgatory before life gets blank? You know what I mean? Like you're coming off probably maybe vacation or maybe like your summer's starting to wind down because school starts soon. Mm-hmm. You're in that weird gap where everybody hates each other because they've been around each other too long.
It's time for everybody to go
so
back
it's like,
to school.
let's go to a random Tuesday night baseball game. Sounds great. I don't have to cook. Well, you'd still cook. But either way, Salvador Perez tonight gets honored for his award. So that'll be kind of cool to kind of see that, finally get its resting place because last time he was here, he tied the record. Then he goes on the road for that. What was that? A 9-game road trip.
Yeah, forever.
Now they come back and do all that. So, but it is a Tuesday, and I will say there are multiple people that could get this sort of Tough Tuesday. I don't know if you saw this video yet, Bob. It's not my Tough Tuesday, but Taylor Trammell.
I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, what are we doing?
I mean,
by the way, if
come
you
on.
missed it, this guy hits a home run that he thinks it's not a home run, and he still circled the bases, did the the
dance,
celebration,
the whole thing.
and everybody goes, "Hey, my guy!"
Like the guy caught it at the warning track.
Never went over the top. But my Tough Tuesday goes to the Baltimore Orioles. Those O's ain't loyal, man. That guy went 1 overall. Bobby went number 2 overall. It's not tough as in like they made a mistake. It's just that it's really tough to realize that you had the number 1 overall draft pick and there's a guy right behind you. And that's the coin flip, man. Like I'm sure they spent months knowing they were going to have a bad team. Royals were in the same boat. All right, rumors are they're going to take Adley. All right, well, hopefully that's true. Well, now it says they might take Bobby. Son of a gun. Now they're going to take Adley Rutschman, which, by the way, the text line said earlier, that's the most Mission Hills name they've ever heard in their life.
Adley Rutschman?
Yeah.
Oh, no. River Ryan was traded yesterday, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's as Mission Hills as you get right there.
This is my son, Adley. Yeah. How are you?
This is my other son, River.
Yeah.
River Ryan, I mean.
And Joaquin's over there doing something. We don't know what he's doing. But, no, I think that's just a tough Tuesday to realize – in 2019, you drafted this guy number 1 overall, and now he's going to a division rival. You could call it the Boston Red Sox. And it's just, to see that happen, now you're thinking to yourself, well, like, is Gunnar a future of this team? Like, is Jackson going to play short? Are they going to put him at second? We know he plays shortstop or third. Adley Rutschman could also play third if they wanted to. But, like, it's hard and it's a tough pill to swallow when you see your number 1 overall pick that's just right there in the distant past and be like, man, he's going to go play for Boston. Now, is a new face in a new place going to work like the Vaughn kid from Chicago to Milwaukee last year where like Tyler Vaughn just went like nuts because he got out of whatever. And then we saw Beltran, who was still good here, go to Houston, have that playoff run, be great for the Mets as well. But yeah, it's tough when you see that the team is not imploding yet. But Baltimore is they're in a worse spot than the Royals, in my opinion. And I know that we're down bad here in Kansas City because of the record and the trade deadline and the lack of action that maybe you wanted. But, man, I mean, imagine if Bobby didn't pan out.
Yeah, right.
And, like, really where this team would be.
Oh, my God.
And that's where the O's are. So it's not that far below you, but, like, it is in the sense of, like, that's tough to see that from me on a Tuesday.
And I don't know that, like, the O's are really, like, the more I think about it, though, they had the backup ready to go in Basallo.
That's
You know?
fair, yeah.
And so they were able to do that. They think, right? Yeah. I mean, they signed the guy to an 8-year contract last year.
Which was
My
like the
God.
theme this year. Like, all those guys, right? All those guys that came up, they got that contract
those
because
prospects that you would just call up
of
and
what's
give them,
looming, right? Like
Right.
all those, you know,
all the work
arbitration,
stoppage. And,
and
And it does make sense to sign your young guys. They got to go out there and produce. But now there's a lot of pressure on the Basallo kid because you extended him, and now they said, okay, we're trading Adley Rutschman away, and you're the guy. I mean, it's actually a really good move by Baltimore if you have the backup people in place to be able to do it. The Royals don't. That's why we still have Walker and Lugo. My tough Tuesday today goes to this gentleman, Hunter Norzad, and I really feel bad for Hunter Norzad today because a lot of people don't really know Hunter unless he makes a mistake on the offensive line or something like that, right? This poor dude was the one who got hit in the back of the head by Patrick Mahomes. With
that was Hunter?
Yesterday. That was Hunter Norzad.
I knew that. I knew the name. I was like,
yeah.
that's the center they got from Oklahoma. No, not Oklahoma, but yeah, he's like the hybrid guy, right?
Yeah, he can play all over that offensive line. So he's the dude that got popped in the back of the head yesterday or 2 days ago by Patrick Mahomes and has now changed his number. He has gone from 60 to 64 overnight. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But also, too, Hunter Norzad gets a tough Tuesday as well because this is the cat that was getting his ass kicked by Peter Woods yesterday on the video that was making its way around. Oof. I mean, did Peter Woods not look like the second coming of Aaron Donald on that play? I mean, he took Hunter Norzad and basically crumbled him up and just tossed him away and abused him out there. So it's been a rough 2 days for our friend Hunter Norzad, getting doinked in the dome by Mahomes and then getting just absolutely worked by rookie Peter Woods in the one-on-ones.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh, hell yes, it hurts.
I don't care if you have a helmet on. That's still gonna hurt.
It's below the helmet, gets you right in the neck, man.
And you're surprised by it?
Yeah.
And it's a sharp football at that corner peak right there. So my tough Tuesday is going to, I don't know how to put it, but Boston College / the basketball program.
Yeah, these guys suck.
Yeah, this is terrible.
Okay.
Because I was an announcer in college for a student-led program, and hearing what they're doing at Boston College is sickening. Kevin Collins and Josh Mauer had been the Boston College basketball for 9 years, calling games, while Collins had been in the booth for 13. They bring in this new coach from UConn, I was told, assistant coach, and he goes, I don't want anyone from the old regime here, and wipes his hands clean and fires them, and did it on August 1st.
Yeah.
Now, that's crappy in itself because you're doing it where they can't even get a new job in this sense.
Yeah.
So I don't like how Boston College is handling this. I hope they get all the shame they want because what they're doing is scummy and I don't like it.
I hope these guys get rehired because everybody and their brother is defending these announcers from Boston College, as they should. And it even prompted me to curse on X, and I don't do that a lot.
I think I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, because it is. It's BS, man, what they did to these announcers. They have no bearing whatsoever on, whether or not a team wins a game. Imagine the coach caring that much, too, about the announcer of the games to go in there and think that they have some sort of impact on what's going on in that organization. That's a bad hire by Boston College. I can tell you that right now. That coach will not last long.
Right, and then to give him that much, I guess, power to say, hey, my first year, I want to make all these changes, and I hope you accept it, even if it's my first year ever coaching as a head coach. Yeah, that's weird.
Somebody tweeted yesterday, and I kind of chuckled a little bit. They go, that would be like Andy Reid coming in and firing Mitch Holthus. And I thought to myself, actually, Pioli would probably be the guy who tried to do something like that. Scott, go fire Mitch. No, we're not firing Mitch Holthus. We don't do that. He's the voice of the team, for God's sake.
That'd be like Manager Q coming in his first year and saying, I don't want Matthews calling games anymore for the radio.
Yeah, right. Or I always go back to when Bill Self took over for Roy, him going in, Bob Davis, you're out. We don't need you anymore. Good swish. I mean, what are we doing here? These are the announcers that fans identify with. A lot of these coaches at these mid-level college teams are, there for a couple of years and a cup of coffee. We won't even remember that. I couldn't even tell you the coach's name now.
I don't know. Yeah. I had no idea Marv Levy was still alive.
101. Yeah.
Yesterday?
Who is Marv Levy?
Okay. Former coach of the Bills, went to 4 straight Super Bowls, also did some work with the Chiefs.
Former coach of the Chiefs.
Yep. There you go.
Hey, listen, I'm 25.
No, I get it. I get it. It's Bob always says there's kids today that had no idea Andy Reid coached for the Eagles.
Oh, God. Okay.
No, there's guys, there's guys in the
yeah.
NFL that don't know that Andy coached for the Eagles. He's been here 13 years. You're 21 when you get in the league. You do the math.
Yeah.
A crack-smoking junkie was the analogy Mitch Morse used, as we'll play the audio next here on 96.5 The Fan. You're home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Emmett Johnson, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control want your yard to look spectacular, right? And so do you. And that's why you need to call my friends at Aspen, because they can help your lawn look awesome, because that's what they did for us. It was forever that we tried to get our lawn to look good, over a decade. And we're doing everything we can possibly think of. And I finally said, look, we're not doing this. It's not working. Let's call our friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control and see what they can do. And they came out and they fixed our lawn immediately. It went from the worst lawn on the block to the best lawn on the block. And now we're getting to absolutely love the benefits of having a beautiful yard, because we sit outside all the time. And with their mosquito dome, we get the protection from the mosquitoes, the ticks, the fleas, and all of that, so we can sit outside and enjoy our yard, and our pet can enjoy it as well. She loves rolling around in the grass, and we know it's okay because there are no mosquitoes, ticks, or fleas because of Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. Right now, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The last 3 days of our summer sale are here. Save from 30 to 50% on suits, sports coats, and sportswear at Peter's Clothiers. Find the look you want at the price you'll love. Visit Peter's Clothiers at 124th and State Line.
Big hits get even bigger with Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel. Customers choose their own reward every Tuesday to use on MLB bets. So how will you play your game? Option 1, the bet reset. You can use this on your wager and you'll get refunded in bonus bets if your bet loses. Option 2, a 50% profit boost. Make your bet, activate the profit boost, and if it hits, that's extra winnings at no extra cost. Make your choice, and the reward will be ready to use on your next MLB bet. Maybe you want to take a look at the first inning over-under tab on the FanDuel app, or alternate strikeouts, or some of my favorites. Yes, no runs in the first inning. You name it, you can do it over at FanDuel. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to choose your reward for MLB bets every Dinger Tuesday. That's FanDuel.com/local. FanDuel, an official partner of the MLB and 96.5 The Fan. 21 and over in present Missouri. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, it's Brew, and I feel like everything in my life depends on being connected. Whether I'm uploading a video, hopping on a call before my show, or video chatting with my family back in Michigan, I never have to think about my Wi-Fi. And that's why Xfinity stands out. You get the most reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi with the best equipment at one price for 5 years guaranteed. No contracts or commitments. Plus, you can get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber or coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that.
It's Rawhide Harley's pre-owned summer sell-down event this week. All pre-owned Harleys are tagged with liquidation pricing. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit. 100% of credit applications accepted. Save thousands this week only at Rawhide Harley's pre-owned summer sell-down. It ends this Sunday on approved credit.
This report is brought to you by Rawhide Harley-Davidson.
Royals coverage is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City.
Brought to you by Blue KC is the Coaches with Character program. Do you know a rock star high school coach in your district? Nominate them for the Blue KC Coaches with Character program at bluekc.com/nominate coaches with character. Let's make our coaches feel special and make our community a better place to live, work, and play.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Northland, 169 Highway southbound, very heavy from about 68th Street down towards Inglewood with construction taking away a lane. 29 northbound, a brief slow spot past the I-35 split. Kansas side, 635 southbound, still rolling at I-35. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Hey, it's Carter Jensen, and this is your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. This is Fescoe and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it covered.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fescoe.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts. Before we get into what Mitch Morse had to say, some news out of the NFL world. This comes from Adam Schefter. Sources: two-time Pro Bowl selection Bijan Robinson and the Atlanta Falcons reached an agreement on a 3-year extension worth up to $75 million. That will now make him the highest-paid running back in NFL history. Robinson will receive a record $51 million guaranteed, including a $37 million at signing, and a deal that agent Nicole Lynn and the Falcons have been working hard on to finish up in recent days. So Bijan Robinson now the highest paid running back in NFL history until about 2 days when Jahmyr Gibbs says,
say who's next tomorrow, right?
will be Jahmyr Gibbs will be your next running back paid, who says, well, man, Detroit, I guess that's fine. You probably knew you were paying Gibbs, so you knew that Atlanta was going to pay Robinson, and now Gibbs has some leverage to work with, as we've seen this before in sports when it comes to whatever position it may be, defensive end, wide receiver, quarterback, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But Bijan Robinson, the holdout or whatever you want to talk, contract negotiations are over. Again, a 3-year extension up to $75 million that will give him 51 guaranteed, including 37 the minute he signs Bijan Robinson.
That's right. Who would you rather have on your team, Gibbs or Bijan?
Gibbs.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I think he's faster. But I think Bijan, I mean, really.
I think they're both. I think they're both really good.
Who runs least reckless?
Probably Gibbs.
That's what I was going to say.
I'd say Gibbs probably, but he also has the less wear and tear because he's had that kind of duo when he had Montgomery up there with him. So
it helps a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think his wear and tear is not as much as Bijan. Plus,
but I mean, Bijan had Algier for like the entire time he's been there. And they've done kind of the same thing.
I just look at Bijan Robinson as a guy that runs hard, like violent runner. I look at Gibbs not in that same way, and so if I'm doling out money, I would give it to the guy who doesn't run as hard.
Also, in Atlanta, you're not relying, or in Detroit, you're not relying as much on your running backs. You have Goff as your quarterback with Ahmad and the right receivers. Down in Atlanta, you're kind of leaning on that running game.
And Kyle Pitts, though. But who's your quarterback in Atlanta right now? That's the big question mark.
The guy that can't outbeat the lineman in drills.
No, he's in Las Vegas right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's Penix and Tua.
Right, exactly. I'll ask the same question. Who's your quarterback now in Atlanta? Penix is banged up. Tua's been banged up. Tua's no good. I don't know if Penix is any good, so you're going to need your running back to be a big part of that team.
Remember, they got Cooper
there.
Rush now, who's taking team reps one because both of them are injured. Cooper Rush, let's go.
Cooper. Jahmyr Gibbs, if you remember, a first-round 12th overall pick in the 2023 draft, and Bijan Robinson was a first-round 8th overall pick in the 23 draft. Bijan Robinson, 5'11", 215. Jahmyr Gibbs, 5'9", 202.
Tiny, yeah.
Both of them are small, yeah.
215 is pretty solid for a running back.
Mm-hmm. And they're all lies, too. Because I'm not looking at 215 when I see Bijan Robinson, guys. I don't know about you, but he doesn't look like 215. He looks much bigger than that.
Did you see his new haircut?
He's the genie.
The genie.
Yeah. His first wish was granted as getting that contract extension. I don't know. Gibbs just kind of gives me Jamal Charles vibes.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, he just kind of gives me that, how many times you watch Jamal Charles run and avoid the big hit or tiptoe and then explode, whereas Bijan can take the screen, lower the pad, and then just take off.
Yeah, Bijan kind of looks for the contact.
He does, absolutely, yeah.
Remember, everyone was surprised when they drafted Gibbs, too. They're like, wow, they're going to take Gibbs at 12. Wow.
They had DeAndre Swift back there, and then off you go. Mitch Morse uses the crack-smoking junkie analogy here to describe the Chiefs.
It's fascinating to me, all right, because I'm also going to have to say no at this juncture, right? And I think you look at other teams, they'd also say no, but I think in that building at Arrowhead Drive, that's exactly where they want to be. I think it's the first time they didn't win the division since 2016. It's the first time they haven't been in the playoffs since 2014. Yes, Andy Reid is about as monotone as it gets. He doesn't show his emotions and stoic, but there is a fire brewing in that building. They bring in Kenneth Walker III over for that profound run game. You have Eric Bieniemy coming back, interjected in this thing. I'll tell you what, Eric Bieniemy is a coach's coach. He holds you and himself to a high standard. He loves you up when you do it well, and if you don't, you're going to hear about it. A little tough love in there. I think they feel a little disrespected. You talked about it with Garrett. Everyone's got a chip on their shoulder, but I think Patrick Mahomes just takes one crack-smoking idiot and say he can't do it. Just one. And that fire is lit inside, and he's going to try to prove everyone wrong.
I mean, what do we see when he hit Hunter Norzad in the head? The Chiefs really might be cooked.
Yeah, right, yeah.
One pass. Crack-smoking junkie to be like, well, he's cooked.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. I'm okay with that because there's no gaslighting here that people think the Chiefs have done in the past where, well, we weren't supposed to be good, but we won our second straight Super Bowl. No one maybe really said that, but they, maybe have said like, it's going to be tough to repeat. It always is in any sort of sport at this level, at the highest level of that sport. It's hard to win back-to-back in anything, right? Yep. But this is the year where all of that, where people can say, let's just say hypothetically, after 8 weeks of the season, the Chiefs have played 7 games and they're 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to be like, well, people are really surprised the Chiefs are 5-2. Well, we've got it all saved here from this year so far.
Right.
Yes, people would be surprised.
Very surprised if they're sitting at 5-2. And Mitch was asked, he said, are the Chiefs the team to beat in the AFC if Patrick Mahomes is 100%? And he started out by saying no and then convinced himself, it sounded like at the end, that he is going all in on the Chiefs. And he's right about that. It's fun to hear somebody who played with a lot of these guys, obviously, when Mitch Morris was here in Kansas City for the early part of his career and then played against these guys. For him to have the same kind of thoughts that we do, too. Like, one crack-smoking idiot is going to say something about Patrick Mahomes, and he's going to write it down, and he's going to utilize that as fodder to make sure that he does not have that same type of season. And we all joke about that, right? We all have Patrick Mahomes with the notebooks or counting on his fingers and all that kind of stuff. And we as fans say all that. Now you're hearing somebody who knows Patrick Mahomes, who kind of knows that team, saying those type of things. So it's real. And these guys know that everybody is counting them out. I'll even go one step further. These Travis Kelce memes that are out there, the AI Travis with the fat stomach and all this kind of stuff.
The overlooking Travis, yeah.
Yeah, the overlooking Travis Kelce. Like, look at the gut on this. I actually had somebody ask me about that on a national interview I was doing the other day about, is Travis out of shape and is he going to be washed? And I said, it's funny, our afternoon show thinks so. So maybe Carrington had those AI images. No, I kid. But those AI images of like Travis being fat, like that stuff is probably going to tick them off too. I know it pissed me off.
God, my mom's sending me these AIs. It's like, Mom,
oh, how old's your mother?
She's 62.
Okay, so she's in that realm where my mother's in her 70s. My mother thinks everything she sees on Twitter is real.
Yeah,
like these people getting stuck in the slides, and the cops are cutting them out with the jaws of life. That's AI. My mother thinks all of this stuff is real.
Yeah, it's a tough thing these days. You got to be careful. Like all those like pool tents you see that people blow up. You're like, oh yeah, that's not real. That's a fake tent. I'm like, it'd be cool if you could make one of those. Well, yeah, it just doesn't exist.
Right.
She sent me one with like Taylor Swift bringing cookies to the players in St. Joe.
Oh no!
I was like,
come on,
Mom,
please.
She's never. She doesn't even know where Missouri Western
That's
is.
That's one of those things in your relationship. Like, you don't have to come to my cousin's birthday. It's fine.
Right.
I'll be there for 2 hours,
yeah.
and then we can go do our own thing.
Right.
You don't need to come to St. Joe. Trust me. Not saying anything bad about St. Joe. It's just it's training camp. There's nothing. I'm in a dorm room, Tay. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, she's not going there.
Or maybe she has been, and we just will never know. But yeah, I think it is going to be interesting this year with the Chiefs because not only do they know what they're playing up against, last year going 6-11, Mahomes getting hurt, all this sort of revamped change. Obviously, they've had already a distraction to start the season with the unfortunate news that happened with Eric Bieniemy's family. But now you have also piled on throughout that's already been there is people going, I don't know, man, Mahomes is maybe the third best quarterback in the NFL now. Josh Allen's league. Look out for Buffalo again this year. The Chargers might be good again, but yet here we are once again. The Chiefs revamped the season. They do add Ken Walker. They do re-sign Tyquan Thornton. Worthy and healthy, maybe. Rice looks like he's going to be okay health-wise. He's on a contract year. Has he finally grown up? All of these are big questions. I totally get that. But, like, Mahomes, I don't think is going to be what people hope that he's going to be, which is the third to fourth best quarterback in the NFL. And when he burns this whole thing on fire, we'll be sitting here going, told you. Exactly.
I mean, it's common sense right now to sit here and say that the Chiefs are going to win the division and the Chiefs are going to be a playoff team this year. And if you're thinking otherwise, you're just trying to be a rabble-rouser. You know, you're just trying to I said the Chiefs weren't going to be any good. Great. You called it one year. This is the year, though, where all these people who are saying the Chiefs are dead are going to get a nice big slice of humble pie to have to eat because this team is going to the playoffs.
I think they're going to the playoffs, but I would maybe say I'm a little hesitant to say they win the division, and it's not just because of Mahomes. I think Mahomes has a huge bounce back year, but I'm worried about like the supporting cast on the defense. How fast will they develop with all the newcomers?
Fair point, yeah. A lot of young guys on that defense, man. A lot of young guys.
And you know how hesitant Spags can be with those new guys.
Have a choice because he's got all your guys.
Right.
Sorry, Steve.
Speaking of Spags, we'll talk about that defense on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Alohi Gilman, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Window World do an unbelievable job, right? And if you need new windows for your home, then Window World is the only place that you should call because they are one of 2 windows with the Good Housekeeping seal of approval, and they're ranked #1 of windows sold in the country by Qualified Remodeler magazine. And the cool thing about Window World is that they use a double-strength glass that gives it a strength not commonly used in replacement windows. In fact, if you go to their showroom, they'll stand on that window for you to show you how strong they are. Or you can have them out to your house to have that free in-home estimate. That's what we did a number of years ago when we replaced every single window in our house with Window World windows, including the sliding glass door, which Window World can put in as well. They've got a lifetime warranty that covers everything, all parts, glass breakage, and labor as well. So if you're starting to think, hey, it's time for new windows, winter's on the way, we don't want all that heat escaping this winter, call my friends over at Window World. That's 1-800-GET-WINDOWS, 1-800-GET-WINDOWS, or at windowskansascity.com. 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. It's Window World.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special both for you and your partner. At Heartland Men's Health, we take great pride in providing excellent care and treatment options for ED. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no 2 cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices, Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years guaranteed? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. Plus, it keeps you protected from online threats and get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Hey, this is Lauren. And a little thing I love about the hash brown scramble burrito is that it's going to add the protein that you need. The eggs with those crispy nuggets. It's the ultimate combo.
Hi, this is Maya, and a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's packed with protein. Having Chick-fil-A chicken in a breakfast burrito is just phenomenal to me. You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns. It's just complete, honestly.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, big boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap. Just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies. Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline. We warehouse for you.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, it's Seth Lugo, and this is your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the car crash kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Northland 169 highway southbound. Heavy approaching Inglewood for about a mile and then another half mile or so of sluggish traffic. You get down to 169. Things are back to posted speeds briefly and then slow again from Briarcliff down towards 9 Highway. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
You know, I might have been in the garage a little long last night. Par for the course. I think there's one fan base that would willingly pay for a new stadium.
Who's that?
San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, probably so.
The 49ers would 100% as fans make. All we got to do is everybody in this city has to pitch in $1 and we can buy a new stadium. Yep. Okay. Sounds great.
The practice facility?
Practice facility. Yeah. It's funny. I was looking at practice video yesterday from San Francisco for whatever reason, and that power plant in the background is ginormous. I didn't realize it was the entire practice facility is this thing is behind it right now. It's crazy. Did somebody else get hurt out there?
Well, I mean, Mike Evans is hurt now.
Oh, he is. I didn't see that one yesterday. Oh my God! I was just watching the Bills
done
implode their
for the
stadium.
year.
Well, I mean, Ricky. Yeah, that whole thing is tough with him, man.
There's
First round
15
draft pick
injured
shot
on their
now.
list already.
15.
15. We've been in camp for a week.
Yeah,
5 training
not
camp
even.
practices.
Yeah, I mean, my God, I didn't realize Mike Evans got hurt too. Jeez, I mean, good Lord.
Now maybe it's just a minor hiccup, but either way, seeing an injury again on said practice field next to said power plant, something's not right here in San Francisco. But speaking of injuries, I thought Nate Taylor had this interesting quote to say to Carrington Harrison yesterday on the drive.
Ooh, this is going to get tricky, guys. I don't think he would play a game this week. I mean, they held him out of, contact today for a reason, because the medical staff is just not comfortable with, whether or not his shoulder's fully healed. I mean, it's unfortunate because we know he has the physical tools and the traits to play well, but if you're not in pads right now, it's cool that you're out there. It's cool that you want to do some one-on-ones, some individual periods, but Andy wants the jersey to be taken off, the non-contact yellow jersey. I just don't know if that's going to happen sort of after training camp, which would be late August. And if the medical staff says, hey, there's no need to push him right now, all he needs is more time for that shoulder, and then you give him the extra 3 weeks, and you just say, hey, we have maybe a preseason game or two to get you, into the rhythm of it all. And then we have obviously a couple weeks before we play the different Broncos. But the funny thing about this, Carrington, is like they still don't have their actual depth chart. They don't know who their best cornerback is. It could be Mansour Lane. It could be Noah Williams, who's been really good so far in camp. Who knows when L'Jarius Sneed's going to take on 7-on-7 or 11-on-11 period. They just might give him the whole month to just not put any, wear and tear on his knees.
So that was Nate Taylor talking about Mansour Delane, the 6th overall pick in the draft this year for the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Two things. One, the Chiefs have really kind of kept that injury in a pickle jar because you haven't heard anybody nationally really go, well, I'm kind of concerned about Mansour Delane.
Yeah.
Now, ESPN's beat writer for the Chiefs has just been out talking about that, so maybe that picks up some steam there. But he's got 9-1 odds to be Rookie of the Year this year. So the hype is real for Mansour Delane. Obviously, a top 10 pick coming out of LSU, going to be an A1 day one corner. But the sidebar of this conversation, is there any concern with where injuries are currently with this Kansas City Chiefs team?
Well, I think there's always a concern when guys aren't practicing, right? No matter what time of year it is, you want to see everybody out there, participating and practicing. And so, yeah, I think there obviously is a little bit of a concern for now. I don't know how big that concern is, but Delane shouldn't be a factor for this team right now as they're trying to find their best cornerbacks. And I don't think he is. I think they know that they need to go out there and replace two pretty damn good ones that got away this offseason, trade and free agency to the Rams, obviously, for that one. So I think right now you're in a decent enough spot to work some guys in and to get some guys experience right now. You'd love to have your number one pick, obviously, in there because he's a rookie and he needs as much experience as anybody. But I don't know that I'm concerned about it at this point in time. Now, if we're still talking in the middle of August, end of August, and he's still got that yellow jersey on and he's still not participating and stuff, then it's a different conversation to have.
But the conversation we can have is Peter Woods is 55-1 to win
both of them,
Defensive Rookie of the Year, and Mansour Delane 9-1, right?
Yeah,
they're on that list. What would say you, or what would make you think the team would have better success if one of those guys is like Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, it would.
Defensively.
For me, it's the defensive lineman. It's Peter Woods, and watching him work yesterday too, and some of those videos. Obviously, the one-on-ones, they're fun to watch.
Trey Smith's in love.
Trey Smith is clearly in love with Peter Woods. Yeah, he couldn't have said anything better than anybody about what he thought of Peter Woods yesterday. But just watching him in the one-on-ones and where he is and the ability to affect the game and affect the quarterback. I think if he's in the Rookie of the Year talk this year, this defense is going to be sick, guys. I mean, you're talking about a defensive lineman that's getting pressure on the quarterback and getting sacks. That's how those guys get the love, right? That's how those guys get on Good Morning Football and all these other great shows that are out there that people watch. You've got to perform well and get those sacks early on. And I think if Peter Woods goes out there and dominates that line of scrimmage and is wrecking the quarterback early on, this is going to be an interesting defense, man. People aren't going to be able to move the ball if Peter Woods is an impact player.
Yeah, I'd love to see R. Mason Thomas be the guy.
I would
does
too.
That. And I know he's not one of the guys that you mentioned in there, but
there were no odds on him. I thought for sure I'd get R. Mason Thomas Defensive Rookie of the Year odds, but I couldn't. It was only the first round defensive players.
We also don't know what necessarily is his role this year, but if we could have a fantasy mindset moment here,
okay.
It seems throughout Chiefs history there's always been two guys that kind of emerge as the duo on the defense. Go back to Neil and you can go back to Bobby Bell and Joe Delaney if you really want to go back that far.
No, Bobby Bell.
Or they didn't play together.
Yeah, Joe Delaney was a running back.
I'm sorry, what's the linebacker?
Yeah, now I'm drawing a blank because you said Joe Delaney, son of a gun.
Not Joe Delaney, but the linebacker that he was with. They're always with each other. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here. Come on, text line, wake up. But Bobby Bell and the linebacker, you know who I'm talking about. They were a duo. Neil Smith, Derek Thomas, they were a duo. Hell, Tamba and Houston, they were a duo. And then you can kind of throw in Chris Jones and Frank Clark in that duo as well. But maybe, just maybe, to have a fantasy moment here, what if R. Mason Thomas and Peter Woods are that next coming of a duo on defense?
Be awesome.
I mean, then you have, your two
Were you
different.
thinking of Willie Lanier?
Willie Lanier. That's it. I don't know why I couldn't. Sorry,
Delaney.
Willie.
Yeah, sorry.
You said Joe Delaney and I was done. It's like when you're listening to a song and you're trying to sing another song, you can never do that, You said Joe Delaney and I was out. I couldn't think of Willie's name.
The people coming in now with the Willie Lanier. Buck Buchanan, sure you can throw him in there. But Lanier and Bobby were always kind of like, at least from my dad's perspective, it was like, man, those two on the field at the same time was destruction.
Hall of Famers. Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
And if you can have Woods and R. Mason Thomas maybe be that next push, then you're looking at that, that aura again on your defense where you're two guys that you can lean on where it's like, was it Tom or was it Justin back in the day? Mm-hmm. Was it Jones or was it Frank that were getting the job done? Was it Thomas or Neal that together they just made that defense's characteristics very evidently known? And what if, it's a big what if, but what if Woods and R. Mason Thomas are your next duo on this defensive front?
Well, then you're back to the Super Bowl in many years to come. I mean, but seriously, you are. I mean, if you've got a defensive line that's wrecking plays, like they have the ability to potentially do as young guys in this league, and they're able to do it for the next 5 or 6 years together, hell yeah. I mean, you're talking about Super Bowls because you've got your offense taken care of, right? You've got your quarterback in place. Now your defense, you got two guys out there that can be running mates for the next 5 or 6 years. That's absolutely something you want to talk about. And I'm glad you didn't bring up Chris Jones in that conversation, too, because Chris is on his way out. He's not the future of this team. He's the part of the now, obviously.
But he can reap the benefits.
But he can definitely reap the benefits. But moving forward to the future, if these two guys can play together for a long period of time, we may be talking about them as being that next great defensive duo. No pressure, guys.
Somebody goes, I just believe in the universe with having a guy named Thomas screaming off the edge is going to be a very good.
Never even thought of that. That's great.
And then I deserve all of this from the 734. Joe Delaney was an impressive player. Remember that year he rushed for over 1,000 yards and had 12 sacks? LOL. Totally get it. Totally deserved. Totally deserved. I mean, that'd be like the Ohtani of football, wouldn't it?
Yeah. We need a two-way player in football. Oh, wait, we tried that. It didn't work so good, did it?
Joe Delaney rushed for 1,000 and had 12 sacks. Totally get it. Yeah.
That's funny.
But that's what I'm saying. Like with those guys on the line, if they are going to be the next wave, if you do, hit in this draft, then who's to say that they can't carry this defense? And, we've seen torches be passed before in multiple facets of sports. And why not have this be the next one? And like you think about Chris Jones, constantly double teamed, living his career off pressures, which is a great stat to have for his position. But now if you think about it, if those guys are wreaking havoc or you have to think about those guys, that makes you think less of Chris Jones. Not that that's a shot or that anybody would ever really honestly think less, quote unquote, of Chris Jones, but maybe you can't double team him every play.
You don't have three guys you can
maybe
put on
that opens up everything about Chris Jones on the D-line.
Absolutely.
And then not even mentioning Karlaftis, not mentioning Bassa, not mentioning the guy they got from Muaga from New England. Tonga. Yeah, I'm just struggling with names today.
You're having a day at the ballpark.
I need to be
having that tough Tuesday now in front of us.
I need to be out of here. But yeah, so I mean, you think about what that can bring for the Kansas City Chiefs. Those guys, I'm not saying that they are important for this defense to do that, but maybe they could be a blessing in disguise to get the norm of what your defense has been, lack of pressure, lack of getting to the quarterbacks, to now maybe being like they are respectful front.
Yeah, I mean, anything is better than what we saw last year, guys, right? I mean, that defensive line last year was in the Stone Age when it was playing compared to the other defensive lines. And look, they rectified that this offseason. How many players did they get along that defensive line? At least 3, right? 2 in the draft and then Tonga in free agency. And now you're counting on everybody else. All right, we got your reinforcements. Chris, go make some plays. Karlaftis, go make some plays.
And
now.
They also still have, Gelati and Norman Lott and all those guys that they got last year.
Yep.
So a position that was very bleak is now maybe possibly a position that's very strong.
One word.
First name is Blake, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor.
You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin.
It is one word time, brought to you by Maloney's, the Sand Trap, and the Landing. 3 great local spots, all have delicious food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere to watch your favorite sports teams. They all three have outdoor patio seating to enjoy the nice summer nights and the evenings in the summer while you have them. And don't forget, on a Tuesday at Maloney's, you can get the chicken avocado melt, chopped grilled chicken on toasty sourdough with bacon, provolone cheddar, caramelized onions, spicy mayo, and avocado. Served with your choice of fries or those wonderful chips. It's all $15, and it's available also every day. Don't forget also tacos and burritos today, Tuesday at Maloney's, $4.50 Mexican beers and margaritas, and $6 double margaritas. Also, if you need a place to do your fantasy football draft, go do it at Maloney's, the Sand Trap, or the Landing. They welcome it, they advise it, they encourage it. With all that great drink specials and food specials they have throughout the week, you can get those during your fantasy football draft. It is one word time with JT Noah.
All right, guys, we're going to start in the baseball realm. Yesterday, Jesse Rogers got to talk with Tarek Skubal, the new Dodger. And Skubal said...
Big day for Jesse.
And Skubal said, every team could trade for me. I don't sympathize with people that are complaining because the Dodgers do all the right things. One word to what Skubal had to say.
Correct. I mean, the people complaining about the Dodgers getting him are barking up the wrong tree. Every other team in baseball had that opportunity to make a good offer. Now, whether or not the Tigers like their offer, that's a different conversation. But this wasn't a money thing. You had the opportunity to get an expiring contract. The Dodgers just have the ability to give up players and prospects because they got a lot of them.
Kool-Aid would be my one word. He got to L.A. They said, hey, you're going to hear all this. I mean, great for their PR team to get him, prepped up for it. But, yeah, well done response. And that's what everybody else is saying in baseball is hate the Dodgers all you want. Yeah, the furloughed money's going to have them in debt till about 2046. But they're not doing anything against the rules. If you don't like it, we should probably change it, which is probably where we're headed in 2027.
Yesterday on The Drive, we heard Nate Taylor, but Nate Taylor was talking about Mansour Delane. Said he possibly couldn't play if there was a game in a month. One word for how you feel about Mansour Delane in this injury thing going on.
Concern is the word that you use right now because it feels like this should be something that they're able to diagnose a little bit better, right? And good thing there's no game in a month right now. But, yeah, concerning is the word you got to use.
Yeah, scared because it's a shoulder. He's a corner. That's a very physical position, especially the one he wants to play where he's going to line up against wide receiver ones. So alarming would be my one word. But, yeah, we'll see where it goes. And, hopefully he can get that, those pads on and start getting competitive. But, yeah, if Nate Taylor's saying it, it's true.
I got one last one for you. What is your thoughts for the next game Thursday night? Are you feeling it yet? Or are you waiting till Thursday? How are you anticipating the first Hall of Fame game?
Preseason. Couple of plays, couple of minutes, and we're on to the next.
Yeah, I think my one word with that would be exhibition. Like it's Kenny Pickett versus maybe Jacoby Brissett. Yep. I don't know if that's true, but
I saw
it's Carson,
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew and Kenny Pickett. Has that got you bricked up, ready for a Thursday Night Hall of Fame game?
No, it really doesn't.
I think more so than anything, what I love about the Hall of Fame game is the recognition to the guys going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
The kickoff and the first cadence that you hear, and then I'm good. Right. After that, I don't really need anything else. I'll give you guys one. Today's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. We'll do that at the very end of the show. One word on the chocolate chip cookie.
Delicious.
Delicious. Okay.
The GOAT.
Okay. I would say my one word would be satisfying.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Like anybody that's at, when we were in Gulf Shores this past, or 2 weeks ago, it's hard to believe how fast time has flown. It was weird because we get our grocery order dropped off to the house, and there were 3 logs of just cookie dough. I'm like, why the hell did we get chocolate chip cookies? And the guy that puts it all together, you'll see. It'd be like 9:30 at night. Throw that in there when everybody's, kind of winding down. Oh, is that a fresh chocolate chip cookie? No one's like, oh, it's chocolate chip. No one had like a chocolate allergy, but no one ever says that.
Right, yeah.
One word on Bijan Robinson getting that contract extension.
Rich.
Yeah.
He's
Luckily,
loaded.
Dusty didn't call him Dijon Robinson.
Yeah, Dijon Sanders. One word on Jerry Jones potentially selling a minority share of the Cowboys to Mark Cuban.
Lies.
Oh. Okay. I think it's entertainment is the word that I would use.
I mean, 10% Mark Cuban don't really add up, but No, I don't think he sells.
I mean, that's essentially what these owners have been doing right now. They've been selling off about 10% of their franchises. Teams like, the Giants just did that. Some of these legacy franchises that, have never really made money off the sale of their team, so they're now selling a fraction of it. And I would guess that the Dallas Cowboys would probably be worth about $10 billion, on the open market. And if Mark Cuban buys 10% of that, what's he in for, $1 billion at that point in time? Would you want Mark Cuban in as a 10% owner of your franchise? Because as you said, Mark Cuban doesn't do anything 10% of the way.
No, I watched Shark Tank way too many times.
Yeah.
Way too many times.
Go
ahead.
I was going to say, here's another one for one word. With Bijan's new contract, he only gets $51 million guaranteed. Only. Jeremiah Love still holds the most for guaranteed money in a running back contract. One word for that.
Well, he's got some issues off the field, right? Or is he the quarterback?
Jeremiah Love's the running back that just got drafted by the Cardinals.
That's right. This is where he got drafted. Yeah, draft selection, 2 words.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Where he was picked. What was he, 2 overall?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll play Thursday night, won't he?
You would think.
Well, I don't know. The comments by the offensive coordinator out there don't even know that this guy exists.
How about one word on this for you guys? This comes from Polymarket. New AMC Theater reports the highest weekend revenue mark in its 106-year history, with 10.2 million moviegoers over 5 days.
I was stunned by that yesterday. Stunned is the word I'll use, because we were told movies were done, right? The theater was done. Everybody's watching at home. No, the theaters were done because Hollywood sucked for a while.
That's correct. Obsession.
I actually haven't been to a movie theater since COVID, so.
That's ironic. Obsession's done great. Toy Story 5, The Odyssey. I'm missing one.
Now Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, and then Project Hail Mary. All 5 of those movies did great. But again, you had Obsession, Spider-Man, and Toy Story 5 all in the same, weekend together in the movie theater. There's people that originality would be my one word.
Yeah.
When you do something original, now I know you can say Toy Story 5 isn't original, but my sister, oldest sister, said she went and saw it, and she's like, how can Toy Story sell me a 5th time? And she broke down every movie. She's like, well, the first one was the introduction, the second one's the sequel, the third one is, Lotso, and they're getting older, the 4th one is, the trash fork, and then this one is how to keep kids off tablets. Now tablets have maybe ruined the world of, child activity.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's why they get you, because they're so creative and they do these things. The Odyssey hasn't been, done in forever. And I guess that's a really good movie. I haven't seen it yet. I got to lock up 3 hours of a random day. But that is crazy to think 10.2 million moviegoers over 5 days.
But nuts, yeah. You could also say there's that variety at the same time, though. If you're talking about, oh, hey, they've got all these movies out. Well, if you have all these varieties out at the same time, then you're going to get more viewers in because, hey, kids can go see Toy Story. Parents can go see The Odyssey because that's a rated R movie, I've heard. I haven't seen it either, but I want to see it. But so, you got all these varieties. Okay, well, we can go see all these movies at one time and it brings all the viewers in.
Let me give you one word on this one. There's rumors out there that the Royals could be playing the Field of Dreams game next year. One word on that.
Hard.
Historic?
Yeah. There's hard rumors out there that it's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
If it does happen, we're going to do the show up there. The big boss is kind of involved already. She's like, oh, that sounds good. That would be fun. You and Dusty in a cornfield potentially? Yeah.
Getting the flies knocked off or whatever. Yeah.
Eating corn.
Yeah, just picking the corn and eating
it. You're a corn husker.
Yeah.
Do you like a soft or hard cookie?
Soft.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, I don't want a hard cookie. No. Not a chance. Yeah, that would be so awesome if they played the Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
that's the rumor out there, right? There's a rumor.
There's always rumors.
There's a rumor.
Well,
who's there this year again?
It's
Washington
and the Twins, I believe.
Okay, so it would be possibly an NL team then, it sounds like.
I'm hearing an AL team.
Oh, okay. All right.
It doesn't matter who the
Doesn't matter who.
Right.
Yeah. Play the Savannah frickin' Bananas, I'd go watch
it. Play me and Dusty and 7 others.
Would you be willing to take one of the games from the Cardinals and put it up in the Field of Dreams?
I don't care at this point. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's only in Iowa?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
We would drive there, wouldn't we?
Well, it's 6 hours from here. That's the only thing. But again, you can't fly there because you fly to Chicago and you got to drive 3 hours there. That's 6 of one, half a dozen
6 hours, yeah. And you get nothing but fields.
Yeah. It's awesome. I mean, somebody asked me the other day, they go, have you ever been there? I go, yeah, we took the kids in 2018 up there before the place turned into like what it is now, right?
Yeah.
And it was awesome. We had the whole place to ourselves. It was the coolest thing ever. So if that does happen, that'd be awesome.
Are they ever going to play at the stadium they played at last year? The one down in was it Alabama?
I don't know. They should put more down there. That was a beautiful event last year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fox did great with that.
That is one word. Brought to you by Maloney's, the Sand Trap, and the Landing. 3 great local spots have delicious food, cold drinks, and TVs galore to watch your favorite sports teams. Plus, they are welcoming all of your fantasy football drafts at all 3 locations. Maloney's, the Sand Trap, and the Landing. All their specials throughout the week are available for you and your group of dudes or your group of ladies, whoever wants to go out there and do their draft. And don't forget today at Maloney's, they have the chicken avocado melt for $15. It's chopped chicken on a toasted sourdough with bacon, provolone, cheddar, caramelized onions, spicy mayo, and avocado served with your choice of fries or chips. Plus, tacos and burritos today at Maloney's with $4.50 Mexican beers and margaritas and $6 double margaritas at Maloney's. Coming up next, the most hated team. Did they get Kansas and Missouri correct? Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Noah Williams, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for the Chiefs, 96.5 The Fan.
The summer heat can wear anybody out. But if you've been feeling drained, even in the AC, it may not just be the heat. 1 in 4 men from age 35 to 50 has low testosterone or low energy levels, sex drive, motivation, mood, and more. Low T drains your energy and motivation, so you don't have energy for the things that you love and might even stop recognizing yourself anymore. So get the answers you need this summer for free. At Low T Center, you can book a free testosterone test and get a consultation from licensed providers who specialize in testosterone replacement therapy. You can explore a range of peptides and even get a jump on that summer body with GLP-1s and medical weight loss protocols. Low T Center has been the #1 name in TRT since 2009 for a reason. So why continue to wait when you don't feel like yourself? Don't spend another day wondering. Visit FixMyLowT.com to schedule your free testosterone test today. That's FixMyLowT.com.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy 1 Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
Hey, it's the Lawman giving you a couple updates. Just settled a case for $1.175 million on a commercial vehicle accident, $750,000 on a motorcycle accident, $557,500 on a premise liability case. Call the Lawman. If you've been charged with a felony DWI, call the Lawman. You only got a short window to get the admin filed in Missouri and in Kansas. Call me now.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It shouldn't be based solely on advertisements.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And all it takes is a few clicks. We make buying metal online easy so you can spend less time shopping and more time getting things done. Metal Supermarkets, the convenient stores for metal. Place an order online today at metalsupermarkets.com.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hi, this is Toby Tobin along with Jason Goodenkoff from Lewisburg Ford in Lewisburg, Kansas. Hi, Jason.
Hello, Toby.
Let's talk about the buying experience at Lewisburg Ford.
It's the best anywhere. Just ask all our customers, Toby. It is hands down the best experience you can have buying a new car. We have the no-hassle Toby Tobin price that we've had for 35 years now. Nobody else can say that. We've been saving Kansas City thousands and thousands of dollars for a lot of years.
I have been buying Ford cars and trucks from Lewisburg Ford for over 30 years, and I know personally this is the best place to buy a Ford car or truck. Great prices, but there's a whole lot more than that.
It doesn't just stop at price, Toby.
No.
There's other factors to this equation, and it's trade-in allowance, financing, and the experience of how knowledgeable the people are that you're dealing with. And we surpass everybody in all those areas. We always have. We always will. That's why calling us is important.
Do you have that new pickup?
Absolutely. And it's dynamite.
Okay. Lewisburg Ford is your best place to buy a Ford car or truck. What's your toll-free number?
816-444-2300.
Lewisburg Ford or lewisburgford.com.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Northland, 169 Highway southbound, heavy past 68th Street down to Inglewood with construction. Slows again from Briarcliff to 9 Highway. 35 southbound, very slow from Vivian down on to 29. There's trouble at Parvin with a stalled off to the shoulder, but police on the scene now, keeping things slow on both freeways. 29 southbound stacked up from before Davidson. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
All right, JT, I have to be a smartass here for a second. Do you know who Lawrence Taylor is?
Are you going to read this story on ML football?
Yes, I know who Lawrence Taylor is.
Do you want the Lawrence Taylor or the Justin Verlander high school story first?
I want the Verlander story because I don't know the Verlander high school one.
In high school, Justin Verlander agreed to give his friend 0.1% of his eventual signing bonus in exchange for 50 cents so he could buy chocolate milk. His signing bonus ended up being over $3 million.
Did he pay the guy?
I would assume so.
What's 0.1% of $3 million?
That's
3,000.
That's beyond my pay grade. I can't even get
$3 million?
Joe Delaney or Willie Lanier.
Yeah,
and their names in the same realm. The Lawrence Taylor story is insane. If you don't know Lawrence Taylor, which I think you just said you did, so Giants legend Lawrence Taylor once showed up late to a game because he thought the Giants were playing on Monday and not Sunday.
Real quick.
Yeah.
They say once showed up late to
That's
a
right.
game. I've heard other stories alleging the same thing. So this is not a one-off for Lawrence Taylor.
So yeah, Giants legend Lawrence Taylor once showed up late to a game because he thought the Giants were playing on Monday, not Sunday. Taylor was reportedly out golfing when he drove past the stadium and suddenly realized his team was already playing the game. Lawrence Taylor rushed into the locker room, got dressed, and made it onto the field just before the second quarter began. Coach Bill Parcells was pissed.
I would assume so.
Not like pissed.
Pissed. Taylor responded by recording 2 sacks as the Giants defended the Patriots. This happened during the NFL's first season featuring Sunday night primetime games. So he saw they played at night, forgot that they started playing on Sunday night, thought it was Monday night, so he went out and played some golf, drove past the stadium. Oh, shoot. I better get out there.
I need to get out there.
Records 2 sacks and they win.
There was a Monday night game against the Dallas Cowboys one year, and it was the first game of the season. And Lawrence Taylor was in contract, negotiations. And back in those days, you just didn't have free agency like you do now or anything like that. They, guys would hold out and get their money, and so Lawrence was holding out to get more money, and he finally got the contract done hours before that game against the Dallas Cowboys. I think he went out and had 4 sacks in that game. And that's back when practices were 2 and 3 a days, right? These guys are really working into shape. Lawrence Taylor just went out there and just owned the game. I mean, he was unbelievable. There was a game that the Giants played in 1988 against the New Orleans Saints, and Lawrence Taylor had a separated shoulder, ended up with 3 sacks, and the Giants won the game. I mean, incredible football player. Imagine how good he could have been if he wasn't on the.
I think he wouldn't.
Also,
maybe he wouldn't be as good.
No.
You're probably right.
Same goes to Irvin.
for the question we all asked, 0.1% of $3 million is $3,000.
$3,000. Yeah. Okay, so he got $3,000 out of it. I hope Verlander scratched that check to his friend.
18 years old. Here's $3,000. I have the keys to the world.
That's exactly right. Especially back then.
Back then, especially. Oh yeah.
Went far for you back then, man.
Now it may get you a tank of gas, right? 3,000.
Yeah. Well, you'd have about 1,500 left. This comes from Vinny's Corner on X. Most hated team in every state: Kansas. Most hated team: the Raiders. Missouri. Most hated team: the Cubs.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Really?
You know how big St. Louis is?
Yeah,
I guess St. Louis. Yeah.
Jeff City.
Yeah, I mean, honest to God, if you get outside of Jackson County, it's all Cardinal territory.
That's true.
You know,
I was thinking
really
someone
is.
was going to say, they were going to say, I guess they're going with pro team because I was worried maybe it would say on the Missouri side, Kansas, because all people talk about
they
that.
don't sell pro teams at all.
because
No.
Michigan's in there, Tennessee's in there.
Wisconsin's in there.
I'm surprised Missouri's not Kansas for the way Missouri people talk about KU.
Well, yeah, and that's the local thing. That's why the rivalry needs to be back. I know
Correct.
it is now, but like from a national standpoint, JT, how old are you?
25.
Okay, so you don't even know the Kansas-Missouri rivalry, really,
Not
from an
really,
on-field
yeah.
standpoint, right? You're of that age where it went away.
Like, I saw Chase Daniels. I got to see those guys play, but I don't know the real big history like they were talking about last year when it like was at Columbia and everyone was talking about it. I was like, I didn't know it was that deep.
Yeah,
very.
Exactly. But that's part of the problem why this thing, and since 2012, has kind of gone away. An entire generation now has been raised not really knowing the Kansas-Missouri rivalry. And I can't speak for any other ones that have been, ruined by the way the college sports has gone. But I'm sure there's been, like Oklahoma State, that rivalry's dead. Texas A&M, that thing was dead for a very long time because of the splitting of the conferences and all of that. So that's where we lose what really is a true rivalry. Because I think if you ask most Kansans who's the biggest rivalry, obviously the answer is Missouri. And if you ask Missouri, who's your biggest rival, I think the answer would be the Kansas Jayhawks. And
Also,
I think they got this wrong.
Did they interview like everybody 55 and older
Well, that's
in Kansas?
Yeah, right?
Raiders. What?
Raiders? Yeah, that's crazy.
How is that possible? But you're right. That's the main thing that I took away is that the number one thing that this shows me is that the border war is dead. And, like, I need that because it should say most hated team in Kansas, Missouri. Most hated team in Missouri, Kansas. Like that, you take this back 20 years ago, that would be the result. But now, to this day, I mean.
And then after this year, I think with the basketball, they don't even play each other again for another 4 years. So it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, we've got to get it back to where it is a regular rivalry. And look, when it ended, I was all for it because, Missouri did what they did and Kansas wanted to do what they wanted to do, and that was fine. And that even added a little fuel to the rival. But now it's time to bring this thing back, especially like Eli Drinkwitz out here yesterday saying dumb stuff too. I mean, oh, I'm not a team that leaves the state like some others would or something like that. Like you're taking a shot at the Chiefs. Like you're Eli Drinkwitz and you're out here taking a shot at the Chiefs for moving across state lines.
He had the dog line where it's like if you lose your dog in Kansas, you can look out in 2 weeks, you'll still see it running around.
Somebody says, nah, Raider hater till I die.
Yeah, and I am too.
Can I ask how old you are?
Yes.
913, and that's a rude question.
No,
but
it's not.
Can I ask your age? Somebody says, back in the day, Missouri might have been the Yankees. Maybe in like the 70s and early 80s.
What do you mean like the Yankees?
Like
Royals. Hated team, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody, this is crazy. From the 913, my daughter's grandma was a coach at KU for the Spirit Squad, and towards the end, it got to the point where the KU cheerleaders would not travel to Columbia because at one game, a bunch of the cheerleaders were getting hit with AAA and AA batteries.
Oh, yeah, it was bad for a while.
Hey, Dusty,
yeah.
who's the most hated team in Wyoming?
That's the Idaho Vandals.
There you go.
Okay.
I have no idea.
I didn't know if you had it pulled up or not.
Yeah, the Idaho Vandals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Idaho Vandals.
Okay.
I do know that the most hated team in basically all of Canada is the Boston Bruins.
The Boston Bruins. It's crazy, right?
I mean, more than half of it.
Yeah, but nobody lives in that part of Canada, too. Like, where all the people live, they've got other teams. Like, nobody lives. They all hate the Boston Bruins. Here's the Eli Drinkwitz quote yesterday. We are the team that has chosen to stay here and invest in the state and represent the state while others may have chosen to leave. Really?
So we have the age. The age of the Raider hater till he dies is 29.
Oh, my God. I would never have expected that. I thought you'd be like my age or older, bro.
Somebody from 816, 33, yo.
All right.
I don't even think about the Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
That's another text. Yeah. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, I mean, I knew the Raiders and Chiefs rivalry when I grew up, but I've always been born to hate the Broncos.
Because the rivalry with the Raiders has been such ass. I mean, they've been so bad for 25 years.
97, I was 10. I mean, that's Tony G's rookie year. Danon Hughes was still playing wide receiver for the Chiefs.
Well, and that's because they played the Broncos and lost. That's why, it's how you're raised. Yeah.
Exactly. And it was John Elway, who I was told was the Antichrist.
Right.
Of course. He's not.
Who would you rather have, Elway or Marino?
Marino.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Elway obviously won the Super Bowls and went to a few, but Marino, man, that guy was legendary before his time.
Would you rather have Mahomes or Allen?
Mahomes.
Same question.
Yeah.
Is it?
Because then you would take
didn't Elway always lose in the playoffs early on in his career? Never got to the big game? Only got there once?
Yeah. No. He got there back-to-back years in 86 and 87. I don't think he was the quarterback in 83 when the Broncos were in the Super Bowl. So that's not it. But he was there in 86 and 87 against the Giants and the Redskins. And then there was that gap, you know.
But Marino doesn't even have a ring.
No, that's the truth. Marino went to the Super Bowl his first year and never made it back. And so, like, in that scenario, isn't Elway Mahomes and Marino would be Josh Allen?
Right now, it would be that way, right?
Yeah. Just based on the titles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody says 33 years old. Here, Raiders are an afterthought. Broncos are Satan.
Yeah.
We are the same.
Yeah, it's crazy with age and generations how the rivalry is completely different for the Chiefs.
No doubt about it. Coming up next, it's Bob's Bonehead of the Week here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Josh Simmons, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control are saying, hey, man, I know your lawn doesn't look great, but we can change that. And if you don't think we can change that, just look at the Fescoe yard, because our yard was terrible. It was weeds, it was dirt, it was roots, it was just absolutely gross. And we didn't think we could fix this thing. We worked on it for like 10 years. And finally, I looked at my wife and I go, we can't do this anymore. Let's call the folks at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. You see those iconic blue trucks everywhere, all over Kansas City. And right behind those trucks, those are the best lawns in town. These guys do an unbelievable job. And if they can fix our yard, they can fix yours as well. And now, with the yard being so great, we get the opportunity to sit outside and enjoy it with the mosquito dome over our house. It keeps out the ticks, the fleas, the mosquitoes, all of that kind of stuff, so the yard is safe for us and our dog as well. Right now, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen. And oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live. And you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You've pictured it. The garage door that finally makes your home look the way you want it to. And now get $500 back on a qualifying garage door with the Overhead Door Home Refresh rebate. Qualifying purchase must be made by September 30th. Let Overhead Door Company of Kansas City upgrade your curb appeal and get you up to $500 back. Schedule a free estimate at overheaddoorkc.com. Overheaddoorkc.com. Select models. Rebate paid as a Visa prepaid gift card. Restrictions apply. See website for full terms.
Hey, it's Brew. Between my radio show, filming content, editing videos, and trying to stay connected with family, reliable Wi-Fi isn't really optional anymore. I just need it to work. And that's why I like that with Xfinity, you get the most reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi with the best equipment at one price for 5 years, guaranteed. No contracts or commitments. Plus, Xfinity makes getting connected simple with same-day Wi-Fi so you can get online in minutes. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber or coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where 24-pack Crayola crayons are just 50 cents?
Staples has folders, notebooks, and pens at great prices.
I'm smiling from ear to ear.
It's the most wonderful time.
Mom, I missed the bus of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples, where school supplies start at just 25 cents. Staples. That was easy. Visit your local Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
$30 million in guaranteed prizes you can cash in this football season out in Las Vegas with 3 Circus Sports contests. Entries starting at $1,000, all with zero rake. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action, 128 ways to win. Or Circa Survivor. You pick one winner each week, the last one standing wins. And Circa Grandissimo with a $100,000 entry. Enter in Nevada. Play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Brought to you by Duke's Real Mayo.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
For 75 years, Kansas City families have trusted Anthony for comfort, safety, and dependable service. Thank you for trusting us with your house keys. Anthony, in your home for 75 years.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Electric, Northland, 35 southbound, sluggish from Vivian, and gets a little heavy around the Chilton Trafficway down onto 29 with trouble at Parvin, 29 southbound, Silverlink from Davidson. Hot water is something you rely on every day for showers, dishes, laundry, and more. If your water heater is showing signs of age or struggling to keep up, now is the time to make the switch. At Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric, they've been helping Kansas City homeowners stay comfortable for 75 years with trusted service and expert installations. For a limited time, buy a water heater and get a water filter 50% off. Schedule your appointment today at anthonyphce.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Cody and Gold are live from the practice field at Chiefs training camp this summer on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. Welcome into Fescoe and Dusty.
I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
A show that, analytically, exists between 6 and 10 weekday mornings on Kansas City's only FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, buddy.
Live from the studios that brought you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Here's Bob Fescoe and Dusty Likens.
Don't forget, about an hour and a half, you'll have a chance to win a pair of tickets to the Advent Health Championship at Blue Hills Country Club, where guys will be competing for their PGA Tour card. Tom Watson is the ambassador of this tournament. Blue Hills Country Club will have a club pro coming from Blue Hills on Friday. Pretty excited about that. Got to play with him out there a couple weeks ago with Drew Nixon and Rob Britton. Gorgeous course.
It's great.
Absolutely ate my lunch. They just recently redid like their pool area and all that. Looks like a really good vibe.
Yeah.
To get out there, but
it was the first place I ever covered an event when I worked in Kansas City media. I was an intern, and they're like, I'll never forget. They're like, go to Blue Hills Country Club and watch Tom Watson play golf. And there's going to be a press conference. I'd never done any of this before in my entire life. So do you remember the first time you were ever sent somewhere by yourself in your job? And they're like, all right, go handle this thing, right? And I go out there, and it's Tom Watson and two other pros. And it was when back in the day, Tom used to have a golf event every year, and he would raise money for ALS, and he would bring in a couple of pros every year. And I forget who these two guys were, because this was like 1997, I want to say, is when it was. And so I acted like I knew what I was doing. I didn't know where Blue Hills Country Club was. Finally figured it out because I had a friend that was an assistant superintendent out there. So I got the directions for that. They gave me this recorder. You remember those old recorders back then? They had thousands of buttons on them. They're like, you know how to use it? Sure, I know how to use this. Didn't.
That's what we had at the UCM budget.
Yeah, right. I had no idea how to use it, so I messed that whole thing up. But I just remember being out there that day and watching Tom Watson and the other two pros do stuff that I've never seen in my life and I've never seen again. They would sit there and go, all right, let's have all three balls collide in midair. And they would all tee off, and these balls would collide in midair. It was the most unbelievable thing that I ever saw. And it was just like trick shot after trick shot. And you're watching this and you're like, oh, okay, this is why these guys are so good, because they're doing stuff that nobody on planet Earth, other than those three guys and maybe a handful others, could actually do it. It was just so eye-opening and so inspiring to watch Tom and those other guys. And I wish I could remember who the hell it was. But, man, it was so awesome to watch that. It was so cool.
Yeah, Tom Watson, KC legend. He's on my Mount Rushmore of Kansas City athletes.
Really?
He is.
Okay.
I mean, one of the greatest golfers in the history of the world.
Yeah. The only sport I cannot play, and I've only swung a golf club one time, is golf. I've actually just never got into golf. I'll bet on it and watch it, but I won't play it.
Could you get a hit off of Mariano Rivera?
No, I doubt it.
No. If you got 10 Major League pop flies in center field, how many would you catch?
I would think 4.
Okay. That's a respectful answer.
Yeah.
I think I'd get 2.
I would say I hope for
I'd
one.
get lucky
You hope for
once,
it?
and
Okay.
then I would probably have one that I actually knew what I was doing. Now, what if it's high noon? Like it's middle of the day.
Okay. You're
not
pushing
a
me down.
chance.
You're pushing me down to 1 maybe.
No.
If you would have said, "Oh, if you're in your high school, buddy, how many are you catching?" None. I ain't gonna make it out there to the center field to get there.
All right, let's do first inning of a 6:40 start where that sun is right in your eyes.
Ooh.
I'm watching guys today can't make that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They're looking like this, like, where is it?
Yeah,
with sunglasses on their hat.
Right.
Yeah, not on their eyes, on
now
the hat.
you sound old, okay, Dusty? That was your old man comment right there.
Okay.
First, I'm going to
Get
call
off
you
my
on it.
lawn!
I mean, you're getting 40. You got a couple of more days till you got 1 year left before you're 40.
That's right.
And that was as old man as you. I don't even think Kling has ever said, got the sunglasses on the hat.
What's more infuriating, Dusty, having the sunglasses on the hat or forgetting how many outs there are on the base path?
Oh, sunglasses on the hat. You wear sunglasses to block the sun. Why aren't you wearing the sunglasses?
I mean, Grandpa Dusty over here with these comments.
Yeah, look at this.
That's right.
You got any more, Gramps?
No, but I will also be not in the studio on Thursday, as I'll be out there doing the second annual Jefferson's golf outing. Our guy Nick Price and John Derney out there. Those guys do a lot of great work for a lot of great causes. So I'll be out there Thursday doing that at Dub's Dread, another course that absolutely eats my lunch. But again, it is Tuesday. It's 8 o'clock. It's time for Bob's Bonehead of the Week.
Oh, I was ready. Oh, there it is.
Boneheads.
You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. I think it's a simple one this week, and I think you'll all agree. It's the WNBA. These are the biggest boneheads on planet Earth. They fight with Caitlin Clark. They're fighting with Sophie Cunningham right now. The folks that are running this league don't understand how good they have it right now.
Right.
I'm going to buy a Sophie Cunningham jersey. I absolutely am now in love with her play, her everything. I want to say this. I'm an Ellis fella. I'm a Cunningham man as well. I love Sophie Cunningham. We need to get that. Yeah, we need to get that going. We're Cunningham men right now. But the WNBA has got such great stars, such unbelievable players right now, such great talent in this league, and they are legitimately trying to mess it up as much as they possibly can. And I just want to go to the WNBA offices and go, stop! Stop! Embrace Caitlin Clark. Embrace Sophie Cunningham. Embrace Angel Reese. Embrace all of these great players and people that are lightning rods, if you will, for the league, that are bringing the attention to the league. And stop fighting amongst yourselves, because you've got the golden ticket right now and you're about to done mess it up. I go back to golf. I go back to NBA times when Michael Jordan came in the league and they didn't want to embrace him, or when golf didn't want to embrace Tiger Woods. The sooner you can embrace the greatness that is out there right now in Caitlin Clark and in Sophie Cunningham, the better off you're going to be as a league. If you continue to push them away and continue to shun them and continue to allow the other players to beat them up on the court like we've seen happening, you're cutting your nose off to spite your face. And so the WNBA, for the first time in 30 years, finally has what they've wanted, and they're screwing it up.
Look at you supporting a Mizzou grad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. MIZ.
That's right. Yeah, she, I mean, when she tried to, knee that girl in the face when they were coming after Caitlin Clark, that kind of, expedited her stardom in the WNBA. And then she goes, well, I'd always wanted to be like a supermodel.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to do the Victoria Fashion Show. Why don't you do the Sports Illustrated shoot?
Right.
Okay, will do. Hello. Okay.
And then does the UFC thing where she's the ring girl or whatever it is, where she hold up the
She
sign?
gets it. She definitely gets it. I mean, I'm watching old videos of her this morning kicking in high school, and winning the prom queen, kicking a game-winning field goal or whatever it was. Like, she's been a superstar forever. And the WNBA's never had superstars like they have right now. Why are they messing it up?
I don't know. I think they finally got a good thing, and they don't know what to, they're like the dog that finally caught the mailman.
Do you ever see the dog actually catch a squirrel or a rabbit or something?
I have.
And they don't know what to do with that thing.
Well.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, my buddy had a dog, and he was at our house, and Buddy was gone. And I see him over on the side of the yard kind of prancing. I'm like, oh, Reggie, what do you got over there, man? He walks over, and he's got a squirrel just limp in his mouth and looks at me and drops it down, tail wagging, eyes wide. I'm like, oh, my God, it's dead.
What are you supposed to do at that point?
Shovel and chuck.
But what about the dog? Do you have to take it to get rabies shots?
No.
Okay.
Pat him on the head, said, good boy, he still got it. I mean, he was cutting faster than Tyreek Hill back in the day. I'm dead serious.
Like, what was his name, Hank?
Reggie.
Oh, Reggie.
Yeah. R-A-G-G-I-E, Reggie. The old Reg, man. Good dog. Still kicking. Still going strong. Hates mailmen, though. But I always go back to the quote from The Dark Knight. The Joker's like, I'm like a dog. If it caught the mailman, I wouldn't know what to do with it. The NBA finally has got it.
Mm-hmm.
WNBA's got it, man. You got plenty of stars. Now, the gambling thing over the weekend, that was tough. But
yeah, that's stupid. Again, something else that's just blatantly dumb.
You got something so good, don't screw it up, right?
God.
Jelly roll. I'm just kidding. Coming up on the other side, the Royals GM spoke yesterday of the trade deadline, plus the trade deadline's over winners and losers, according to ESPN as well. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Ken Walker III, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, the summer's rolling along, and that means the heat's going to stay there, which means you need to cool down with a Surfside. You know what I'm talking about. You go out to the K, you're watching the game, zero bubbles, zero troubles in your hand with a Surfside. Grab a delicious Surfside today. It's only 100 calories, and the best part is zero bubbles. That means there's zero troubles. So it's easy to sip and enjoy while you're at the game or hanging at the tailgate. Also, ask for Surfsides at your local bar and liquor store and grab it at the game. You must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
The last 3 days of our summer sale are here. Save from 30 to 50% on suits, sports coats, and sportswear at Peter's Clothiers. Find the look you want at the price you'll love. Visit Peter's Clothiers at 124th and State Line.
Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? Call Jay Southland Tow Service, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all. Be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special both for you and your partner. At Heartland Men's Health, we take great pride in providing excellent care and treatment options for ED. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99. It includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices: Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City.
Burrito, it's fire.
Hi, this is Maya.
And I'm Antonio. And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito
is that it fuels our morning.
It's the full package.
You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns for a nice little crunch.
The chicken's always nice. It's crispy, it's juicy. And the cheeses, they melt together in a beautiful way.
And it gives me energy. It's perfect.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And we cut to size, because just like taxes and BS, we think metal is better when cut. Metal Supermarkets, the convenient stores for metal. Find a store or shop online at metalsupermarkets.com.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation, and neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
In Kansas City, some traditions never go out of style. Since 1919, Dixon's Famous Chili has been serving its legendary recipe to generations of loyal customers, including President Harry S. Truman, who called Dixon's his favorite. More than 100 years later, they're still serving the same great taste with the same commitment to quality. Stop in for their famous Build Your Own Chili. All-you-can-eat tacos every day, or let Dixon's cater your next event. Whether it's your first visit or your 100th, you'll taste a true Kansas City tradition. Dixon's Famous Chili, proudly serving Kansas City since 1919.
Hey, it's Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to the home of the Royals, 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Northland 169 highway southbound, slow approaching Inglewood for about a mile with construction blocking a lane. 29 southbound, slows approaching I-35 coming in from Davidson. 35 heavy off again on again from Vivian down onto 29 with trouble at Parvin. Alan Corn, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
You know you're in the slow period of sports when baseball's greatest moments just says this might be the most painful baseball video you'll ever watch, and it's just everybody getting hit in the nuts.
Oh, my God. Actually, yeah, that probably is more painful than I was just telling you 33 years ago today. Nolan Ryan beat the snot out of Robin Ventura.
Good.
That's got to be painful, too, though. I mean, Robin Ventura just got destroyed like 50-year-old Nolan Ryan, man.
Yeah. And that was probably one of the best giveaways I've ever seen in baseball history. One, because Rex Hudler was trying to be funny and Lefevre was like not sure if he was or just being blatantly Rex. He's like, man, look at all these fans. Look, they got ketchup all over their shirt. And Ryan's like, well, that's the replica of the stain of Robin Ventura and Nolan Ryan getting a busted, lip or whatever, getting blood all over his jersey. I know, Rhino is being funny. All right, 2 outs to go. I do love those two together. It's like you'd never thought it would work, and then that's what is the thing. It's like Mad Dog and what was it, Russo and Francesa?
Yeah.
They were two opposites. That's a great 30 for 30 documentary,
it is, yeah.
by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Two guys that paved the way for guys like us to do it today. So, here we are. But yesterday, the general manager of the Royals spoke because the trade deadline has come and gone. This is what J.J. Piccolo said about 75% of the teams or the team of the Royals were asked about.
There was a fair amount of our guys that were inquired about. The guys that have control, especially long control, they're always going to be asked about if they're producing. The only guys I will say that weren't asked about, I shouldn't say the only, but nobody's going to ask us about Bobby. I don't think people are, view Mike Kell as a guy that we would trade right now. But there was and it depends on how you define inquiry. Just trying to understand what we would do. Is that really inquiry, or are they really pursuing the player? So I think it's fair to say that 75% of our everyday players were asked for or inquired about. And then in our coaching staff, I think the obvious ones we're talking about were the ones that had the most interest.
So I would assume he's referencing Waka and Lugo, maybe Schreiber, maybe Lynch. They hold on to those guys. They do move Chris Bubich, Lane Thomas, another one, and then they got a guy that was DFA'd as well. Mm-hmm. But interesting to know that 75% of your roster was asked about. And he said, obviously nobody asked about Bobby. For now, I take what JJ has to say to truth. I mean, I think you get a call, he's immediately going to be like, hey, what about Bob? No. Okay.
No, I know Brett's got calls about Mahomes all the time. Those guys play grab ass with each other and make those phone calls and say, hey, what would you want for Patrick? Or, I would assume another team would call about Bobby here soon. I would imagine this offseason people start calling, about Bobby Witt Jr., especially based on what we saw Baltimore do yesterday in trading Adley Rutschman. But if he says they got calls on 75% of their players and didn't trade anybody, you have to start to think a little bit about what the goal of this organization is and where they're headed in the team's timeline. JJ mentioned the timeline in the earlier cut that we played about this team, about trying to keep this thing together for 2027. And I'm looking at that and I'm going, is that really the right thing to do? Or is that the timeline? Because ownership said if it ain't working in 27, maybe we're making other changes around this organization. And so I just feel like sometimes when you get blindsided by short-sightedness or short-termness, if you will, you don't necessarily do all the right things. And that's kind of why we're in this situation right now, is that this organization doesn't have the backups in the minor leagues to be trading any of those players that they have at the big league level right now. There's no reinforcements. And that's a bad look on the general manager. That's a bad look on the front office. That's a bad look on the baseball operations side, that you were not able to trade Waka or Lugo yesterday because you don't have the proper reinforcements in the minor leagues to come up and give you pitching for next year. It also says next year seemingly better be an all-in year for this organization, because 24 is a distant memory right now. You can't continue to live off that. And if you didn't trade any of these guys this season, then you better be ready to go out this offseason and add reinforcements to your organization to make it better. Otherwise, this is going to be looked at as a missed opportunity for the Royals.
It's interesting to know, obviously the information's up to them to what they want to share, but I'm wondering, if there was somebody reaching out about Michael Masick, because 75%, right?
That's a big number of the roster, man.
You're thinking maybe they didn't ask about Sal, maybe they didn't ask about Bobby and Carter and Kaggs.
Maybe Garcia, too, he said, kind of.
Yeah.
I would think Salvi got questions because he's a good catcher for a playoff team.
And obviously he has the no trade.
Right.
And we saw that happen yesterday with DeGrom. He's like, I'm good in Atlanta. I don't want to go there. I'm going to stay with Texas.
Right.
So that was kind of interesting to see as well. You mentioned the other cut that JJ had yesterday, but this is on why they didn't trade Waka and Lugo.
I was told of those reports. I think that was definitely overstated. There's a lot of interest, and we're turning down discussions. That's not how it happened. There were teams that are interested in Waka and Lugo, and what we just explained to clubs is, with the core of players that we have coming back in 26, and that we need starting pitching. We hold those guys in high esteem, and we value them quite a bit. But if you have great interest in them, please come to us and talk to us about it. Some clubs chose to have some more discussions. Some clubs chose not to. So I don't know how they value those players. There was obviously a lot of other pitchers that were traded today. I think the big takeaway that I think it's important to understand, you trade a Michael Waka, you trade a Seth Lugo, you're going to get prospects back, which is not a bad thing, but also depends on where your team's timeline is. And right now, with the injuries we've suffered this year, we're going to be active trying to build a starting rotation up, given the injuries we have, the guys who won't be available, for the better part of next year. So we got a lot of work to do to try to rebuild the pitching staff. So getting prospects back that are 3 years away, 4 years away, wasn't that exciting to us. But it doesn't mean we weren't going to listen. It just never got to the point where, I would categorize it as great interest. There was some interest, but there wasn't great interest in that. So if we were able to, get a bat, get another arm in return that are already in the major leagues, that's a different discussion. But when we're a team that's not in contention right now, and you're dealing with teams that are in contention, the last thing they want to do is really take off of their major league team. So that makes it a difficult match.
So 3 things that come to my mind from that audio clip is, 1, the core. So you got to think your core is Bobby, Cags, Carter, Garcia, Vinny, Sal, maybe just the outside piece at the age he'll be next year.
Yeah.
But that's the core. So you have to ask yourself, because I don't know where you were 5 months ago, but I'm assuming that a lot of you were like, that's the team of the future.
Mm-hmm.
Cags, Carter, Bobby, Garcia, and Vinny. Now, after this year has played out, maybe you're just, frustrated, and it's well-deserved. I mean, your team that you root for is almost 20 games under 500. And the core that you seek has, I think Carter and Cags have been fine. Like, again, Carter's still a rookie.
Yeah.
Cags is playing in his first full season, and it looks like he's started to figure it out with patience and knowing where his power is. And now we're starting to see the swing where, like, when he gets it, he knows it, and you can trust it. Now, Bobby's been hurt this year. Vinny obviously has been injury prone almost his entire career with the Royals.
Yeah.
Except for the year that he had, the great year. Or the above average year that Vinny had. The other thing that comes to note is what he mentions, a couple guys won't be ready till next year, halfway through the year. The names that he doesn't mention that he's probably mentioning is Stephen Kolek and Cole Reagans. Me, like I'm sure a lot of people are, your best ability is availability, and Cole Reagans hasn't given you that.
No.
So with my hype train on Cole Reagans, it's kind of been debunked a little bit, or you could say it's been derailed. So like whatever you get out of him the rest of his time here, cool, but I'm not putting Cole Reagans up as like, well, you got an ace, you got a superstar, and you got a Hall of Famer.
Right.
Where, like, if you say that out loud to people on, the real world, they're like, oh, so you should be competitive. Well, our all-star has been hurt this year, and we need him to have supporting cast. Your ace no longer exists. It's now like a 6 of clubs.
Right.
And your Hall of Famer is aging quickly.
Yeah.
And has had a great historical moment this season. But outside of that, it's
Nothing
been
else.
oof.
Yeah.
So, yes. And then obviously what all of that tells me is that what you are saying, the minor league system is not there because A, they don't have it yet, and B, it's not ready. Churio and Shields are still way away, we think, from making that debut. Now, if Churio goes out there and continues to just pitch fire, ice, and piss, then there's going to be a 20-year-old starting for this team sooner than you think.
Hey, man, Brett Saberhagen was 20 years old, so there's no...
How old was
younger
Yo?
than that? Yeah, I mean,
Yo was young, 21.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe... And that's the other thing, too, is like maybe you're forced to have your hand played, right? Like it was with Jack. Like, they were like, we have to have something, and this kid's doing miraculous things in the minor leagues that he's not going to learn more of. We got to bring him up.
Right.
Maybe that's the same with Churio in the future, but that's a lot of hope and wish and pray and wanting, right? And I think that the other thing, too, is that when you look at this, yeah, they wanted a major league bat for one of these pitchers, and teams were telling them, we're not giving you that because of probably the age and the longevity that we would have these guys for. We can't really do that because we're also in contention. So a major league bat is on our roster right now. We're a playoff team. Negotiations are tough. The Royals, from what I saw, got a C- when it came to the trade deadline. I don't really know how to put grades on stuff because people you don't know.
What if these prospects turn out to be superstars? Then we're looking back and going, oh, it's an A+ type of trade,
And that's the other thing too is like, are they considered prospects at 25? Right. And the Duran guy from LA, everybody's mad about because he's pitched like 0.2 innings in the major leagues, but that's now up to them to develop. And one thing that they have shown us is that pitching development has been a plus side in the Kansas City Royals organization. Noah Cameron, been fine, right?
Been really nice, yeah.
Stephen Kolek's been pretty good for the Royals, I'd say. And now obviously with Reagans being hurt, but Bubic I think he worked out other than the injuries. Like, he was an all-star last year, and you traded him and got something for him, even if you're upset that it's Durant, you don't know much about him, or you think he's going to be
they traded
failure.
a guy in the 60-day DL and got something back. That's
and he's
going to
walk.
Yeah,
like,
and he was going to walk at the end of the year. Like,
So-
that was a no-brainer trade, right? That makes a lot of sense, and you got something back for a guy that was injured. So that's a good move for them. But, you want them to do something like Baltimore. Like, trading Adley Rutschman is a big deal, and you were able to get big-time prospects back in return for Adley Rutschman. You think, why don't the Royals do something like that? Well, if they did do something like that, then they don't have anybody that can play. Okay, so that's where we are. The Baltimore Orioles were in a good spot because they have a guy ready to go at that catcher position who they already agreed to an 8-year contract extension, Sam Basallo. They signed him to an 8-year extension last year, so they had a guy ready to go where they could trade him. The other interesting thing I took away from that comment and those comments by JJ, reading a little bit in between the lines, he said, getting prospects back wasn't exciting to us. That tells me they've been notified that they don't have much of a leash anymore over there at Kauffman Stadium, because back in the day, you would trade these guys for prospects to start building up your minor league system. And the fact that they didn't want to trade these guys, and JJ said bringing back prospects, quote, wasn't exciting to us, tells me all I need to know. Next year is a major year for this organization. I've been told that there will be changes in the organization after this season. What they are, I don't know. You can interpret what you want the changes to be. And then once that 27 season starts, whenever it does, there's going to be real expectation on this organization to get the job done. Or if they don't after 27, then we may see even bigger changes. So I feel like the front office right now, as it should be, is under a lot of pressure. And they need to find ways to win. And keeping Lugo and Waka on your team does give you a better chance to win next year than trading those guys for prospects. However, is that the best direction for the organization? And I don't think that it is.
So, yeah, that's my question. I get it. I'm not, because as a fan, I hate that we're not looking forward towards the future. Instead, we're looking forward towards next year, because it feels to me as a fan, hey, JJ's just trying to protect himself in case, hey, I know next year's my last year if I don't get everything right, which is totally fine. I get you want to protect yourself, but as a fan itself, you're like, man, I wish you would trade these away so we could have prospects and do well for the organization and not yourself. But I understand he's in a weird predicament. Hey,
it's a tough predicament for anybody to be in.
I want to keep myself. I get it. But that's how I see some fans viewing it, as he's just trying to protect himself. He's not caring about the organization. He just wants to care about what he has at stake as himself, in a sense.
Little sidebar conversation today with Cody and Alex is they'll have Jaden Hicks after practice is over, speaking today after camp practice is over. Interim offense coordinator Joe Blameyer is going to be on the podium. Ken Walker, Tonga, and McDonald will all talk at camp today as Cody and Gold are live in St. Joe from 10 to 2, and they will have Jaden Hicks after practice.
McDonald. Who is McDonald?
Ronald.
Oh, okay, cool. I like
Tonga
him.
he's the new defensive tackle, right?
Did you say Tonga or McDonald?
I said both.
Okay. Yeah, who's McDonald? I don't know who McDonald is.
I thought he was the special teams linebacker, or is he just a coach?
Yeah.
I don't know.
McDonald.
I think he's a player, because I might be wrong here, but I thought I saw his brother as a TikToker, and he was at Chiefs games because his brother was on the Chiefs last year.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Cooper McDonald, Chiefs linebacker.
Yep. Okay.
Go.
Yep.
Son of Ronald.
Oh, yeah. Well, it has to be, right, with that name.
Yeah, so you would be surprised, probably, for you two, that I told you that the Royals were not on the list of biggest winners or biggest losers at the trade deadline.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't really do much, so I don't think
they
go
just
one
sat
way or
there.
the other. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they got something for Bubich. They got Lane Thomas and got rid of Bailey Falter, who we knew couldn't get anybody out, so that's not on your team. But the biggest winner, obviously, is the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, this comes from ESPN and David Schoenfield. Dodgers big winner. Other winners, the Cubs, the Padres, the Guardians, the Yankees, the Rays, the Cardinals. Then there's a winner and a loser with the Baltimore Orioles. They win and they lose.
I'm surprised the Red Sox aren't biggest winners.
Big loser, Milwaukee Brewers.
Because they didn't get
Yeah, they didn't
Tarek
do
Skubal?
Yeah.
And then the other big losers, the Detroit Tigers, the Boston Red Sox, the Atlanta Braves, the Philadelphia Phillies, the Chicago White Sox,
That's
and the
every
Miami
team.
Marlins.
So they say the Red Sox are on the losers list?
Look, the Red Sox might turn into winners, but the Rutschman and Mayer deals are pretty bizarre. Giving up 3 of your top 5 prospects of a very good system is a wild pay for Rutschman. Mayer, one of the top prospects in the game not so long ago, was flipped for a lefty reliever who walked 6 batters per 9 innings. You have to admire Chief Baseball Officer Craig Breslow going absolutely all in when so many front offices are reluctant to do so. But the Red Sox better rally past the Yankees and Tampa Bay and win the division, or Boston could easily find itself eliminated and anything can happen in 3-game wild card series.
You know, that could be for anybody, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
right, yeah.
like that right there is
Doom
like
and gloom.
As a Boston Red Sox fan, let's talk about fan bases, okay? The Boston Red Sox fan base is probably pretty excited today that their team has won, 17 in a row or
Right, and they
whatever
went
it is.
all in
and
on
then
this.
they went all in.
Yeah.
Like, as a fan, you got to love it, right? Whether it works or not, hey, we'll figure that out at the end of the season. But for where they are right now and how this season started for them, if you're a Red Sox fan, you're thrilled to death about what your team did. And you're probably pretty excited if you're an Orioles fan, too, with that trade. I mean, you got 3 top 5 prospects back from Boston in a 4-team trade. That's a pretty good haul right there.
I think that was it might not turn out to be one, but in a sense on the surface, it looked like a win-win trade for both teams. And I think it shows, hey, the fans sometimes won't care about the prospects. They're like, hey, we want to go win now. We're in a hot streak.
Right.
Go get the player that can help you win now, and Adley can do that. Just unlike what the Tigers did. The Tigers are only 2.5 back from a wild card spot. They sold. Now, obviously, they did that a couple years ago, and they still made it to the playoffs and did that run. But they were selling this offseason or this season, even being 2.5 back from the wild card.
Yeah, and that was the right move for Detroit, though, because they're probably not good enough to get in. And even if they do get in, right, and you get eliminated, as Dusty talked about, the anything can happen 3-game playoff series, the best of 3 that they have, and then you get bounced, and you didn't trade Tarek Skubal, that's not worth it.
And then he just walks for free?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
The only thing that would have saved the Tigers is like, okay, we're going to win the World Series. And they're not a World Series winning team right now. That's the only way you would have kept Tarek Skubal. So if you can trade him, get some people back from the Dodgers, and still fight and make it potentially into the playoffs, that's a huge win for the Tigers at the end of the season, too.
Yeah.
Somebody says here from the 816, which is obviously what Boston is hoping about. But if Adley is great in Boston and they extend him, then who cares about the prospects? He's a switch hitting catcher.
Exactly. That's what
That's
I'm saying.
That's what the whole conversation's about. Because if it does, and like we have seen, different face in a new place can work out, right? Like it can get you there. But
yes, it can.
Yeah, but that's the thing, man. Like you gotta hope that hits, because then you think people in Kansas City are mad at the front office. You better believe people in Boston will be upset if this move doesn't work, because those are 2 big hurdles, the Rays and the Yankees, because you got off to such a late start.
Right.
But Boston did what you have to do if you do get off into a late start, and that's win 15 straight. So,
but what if it doesn't work out? Like, say Rutschman's a bust, and these prospects go to Baltimore, Narvaez, and all these other guys that they got, okay? And that ends up flipping the Orioles, and they become a pretty good dynasty for 5 or 6 years, and they're doing it with all those Red Sox players, right? Now your fans are really going to be ticked off, because Boston Red Sox fans, don't forget, they're still pissed about Babe Ruth being traded.
I mean, look at the Mets. They still talk about how they traded Pete Crow Armstrong to the Cubs for Javier Baez, and how Baez didn't work out for the Mets. Yeah.
Sign that up for the Mets doing something stupid. The Red Sox currently are 5.5 games out of the AL East. They're 4 games behind the Yankees, who have the top wild card spot.
Wouldn't that be a fun wild card matchup?
Yankees and Red Sox TV would love it.
Yeah.
They'd be all over it. What amount of games are the Red Sox out of the wild card now?
Well, they're in the wild. They're the second wild card team. They're 4 games. They're 4 games behind the Yankees in the top spot for the wild card.
Okay, so that's an all in if you're the Red Sox.
You're
absolutely all in.
Your wild card teams right now are the Yankees, Red Sox, Guardians.
So that would be the Red Sox and Yankees would play in the wild card round, because the Guardians would play the worst division.
They play
round.
the Astros right now. And the Astros are in the playoffs as a division leader at 58 and 56. Hate to see it. The year where you could have just limped in. You could have just limped in. Probably gotten ran amok by the National League, because that's just an insane. I mean, the Brewers are 69 and 43. The Dodgers are 69 and 44. The Braves are 67 and 45. Your wild card teams are the Cubs, Diamondbacks, Phillies, Phillies are the worst possible wild card team, and they're 7 games above 500.
That's insane. Yeah, the National League is nuts. It's nuts.
Whatever you want to try to do.
And then you got the 2 teams in Padres and Marlins who are at 58 wins. They're trying to get in. They're only 2 games back of that. It's like
the Padres went all in yesterday too, man. They didn't trade Mason Miller, right? They kind of went all in yesterday. Good for them.
In 3 seconds, name the one team you're rooting for in the playoffs as of right now. 3, 2, 1.
Padres.
Okay.
Oh, Milwaukee's a good one. They got the homegrown Mizorowski, but I'll go Padres.
Padres are always fun. I've always wanted them to win.
I went to San Diego over the summer. It was beautiful. Give it to me.
There you
Petco
go.
Park, yeah.
And then you got to see Tatis hit his first home run of the year, didn't you? When you went and saw the Nationals play, then they played the Padres.
Yeah.
Tatis,
That's right. Tatis's first homer of the year.
It's like a walk-off or
End of
something
May.
like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, like, oh my God, that's the guy's first home run, May 29th or 30th. It was crazy.
And I want to say it was a walk-off.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
you talking about
because they were on the road, but it was.
You talking about this year?
Yeah.
This year.
I thought you were talking about his career home run.
No, we saw this year because that was the big topic. It was like Tatis has lost his power.
Yeah, he couldn't get a home run all year.
Coming up next, it was somebody's birthday yesterday, so we get to have a conversation of GOAT status here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Peter Woods, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football on 96.5 The Fan.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circus Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. Dane Hughes here, and for everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circus Sports app. Then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circus Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circusports.com today. Must be 21 or older in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to my policy, Farmers gives it to me straight, so there's no surprises.
It's your coverage. You should never be confused.
You hear that? An insurance provider with a conscience.
We're a choir, but yes, we have that too.
Straightforward coverage you can literally understand. That's what you get when
you have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Hey, it's the Lawman giving you a couple updates. Just settled a case for $1.175 million on a commercial vehicle accident, $750,000 on a motorcycle accident, $557,500 on a premise liability case. Call the Lawman. If you've been charged with a felony DWI, call the Lawman. You only got a short window to get the admin filed in Missouri and in Kansas. Call me now.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It shouldn't be based solely on advertisement.
Is anyone paying attention to rural Kansas? Everything costs way too much, and the politicians in Topeka keep siding with big tech and give a thumbs up to these massive data centers. We need someone who will fight for our farmers and ranchers and all the working people of Kansas. Vicki Schmidt is running for governor. She's the insurance commissioner who is laser focused on lowering costs and taking a stand against these out-of-state tech companies. Vicki's running mate is Joe Newland. He's the former Kansas Farm Bureau president who has spent his career farming himself and advocating for our rural communities. Vicki Schmidt and Joe Newland will fight tirelessly to protect our land, water, and way of life. That's why the Kansas Farm Bureau has endorsed Vicki and Joe. Finally, someone who has our back. Vicki Schmidt and Joe Newland for governor and lieutenant governor. Defend US PAC paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Dustin McIntyre, Treasurer. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. DefendUSPAC.us.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
It's August, and the kids are going back to school, but the parents are going back in time. Because at Low T Center, we're turning back the clock and bringing the energy and vitality of your youth back. If you've been dealing with low energy, low sex drive, or lack of motivation, those are telltale signs of low testosterone. So don't ignore it. Go to fixmylowt.com and book an appointment for your free T-test today. And if you qualify for treatment, we accept insurance, so don't delay. Visit fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com today.
This summer, Casey's has 89-cent medium fountain and new Frostbite by Casey's drinks. But if you don't have 89 cents, you could check your center console, dig between your couch cushions, ask Grandma for $1, or just use your credit card. 89-cent medium Frostbite by Casey's or fountain drinks at Casey's. All summer long. Restrictions may apply. See store for details.
The last 3 days of our summer sale are here. Save from 30 to 50% on suits, sports coats, and sportswear at Peter's Clothiers. Find the look you want at the price you'll love. Visit Peter's Clothiers at 124th and State Line. Chiefs coverage sponsored by Renner Garage Door. RENNER, forward and back.
Almost Andy Reid here. Summer heat can put your garage door to the test. Stay ahead of the game with a Renner Garage Door summer tune-up. Plus, get free repair or replacement quotes and $100 off a new garage door. Forward and back.
RENNER. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Northland, 169 Highway southbound, heavy past 68th Street, and then sluggish down to Inglewood with construction. 291 northbound, slowing as you make your way to Courtney Road, then just stays heavy up to the bridge with a road hazard reporting. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Well, this comes out of Football World 2 minutes ago. Lions head coach Dan Campbell told reporters that the Bijan Robinson deal won't hurt Jahmyr Gibbs' extension talks.
Won't hurt them.
Won't hurt you. Won't hurt Jahmyr Gibbs. Gonna hurt your checkbook.
Won't hurt his extension talks. No kidding. Because
now there's a number.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't hurt you, Dan. You're not one making out the money for the bud.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness, that's great. Won't hurt his extension talks. No, it won't. No, it won't. It's going to help him.
Gonna hurt your owners a little bit.
Yeah.
If you missed it earlier, Bijan Robinson agreed to a 3-year, $71 million extension with the Falcons. $51 million guaranteed, $37 when he signs his name, which is insane to me that can happen. I mean, just imagine, man.
Well, the government's going to take half of that, so it's really only $13 million.
Okay. Why don't you blow it out your ass, Bob?
The guy, I always love that guy. Well, by the time they get the taxes out of it, your lotto winnings really only $500 million, not $1 billion like the sign says.
Yeah, that's the greatest part is if you ever go into a gas station and you're standing in line, preferably at Casey's, be like, man, could you imagine winning all that money? Somebody, one of the days, just go for a week. Go. I don't know why you would go to Casey's for every day of the week. I can tell you why, actually.
The breakfast pizza is the first reason.
And don't
why.
sleep on their breakfast burrito.
Really?
Fantastic.
Okay.
Insane. And their pizza in general.
Yeah, I mean, that Dorito pizza.
Taco pizza, baby. Sign me up.
Let's go, Casey's.
You just do a fan party where you just come to my garage. You know the activities that go down. All you got to do is bring a style of Casey's pizza, whether it's taco, whether it's... By the way, funny story of Casey's. That was my lunch every Thursday in Warrensburg because I worked at 98.5 The Bar. I say this because JT, also a UCM Digital Media Productions grad as well. I would have to interview Scott Gundy, I think was his name. And
who was he?
He was the head coach of the Warrensburg High School football team.
Okay.
They were bad, very bad. And on my way back to the radio station, so I would, get out of class, go do 2 hours of the radio station where I would put obituaries in.
Oh, did you read the obituaries on the radio?
No, I just typed them into the website.
Oh, okay, because we used to read them on the air in Seguin, Texas, and we made more money off of dead people than we did off of any. I mean, it was insane. You would sit there and read the obituaries on the air, and God forbid you missed one and somebody called up the radio station, man.
Beloved aunt.
Yes.
That was really tough to give myself the confidence to say that on the air. If you know, you know. Beloved aunt. It's a typo. No, but I would do that, and then I would give away like dirt track tickets. And that's when I realized. That's when I realized no matter what you give away for free, people will take. And so then after that, I would go interview the head coach in his classroom, and on my way back, I would get a slice of Casey's pizza and like a Sprite, and that was like my holdover till I drove back home to Blue Springs to get to my house. But yeah, it was Casey's, man. I'll tell you what.
So you commuted?
The last year and a half.
Okay.
I lived down there for 3 years, and the last year and a half I commuted.
Gotcha.
I was too old in college.
Yeah.
Well, they built the off-campus apartments where you could pay for them as your housing, and so I just stayed there.
Those are tight.
Yeah, it was nice. You know where the bookstore was?
Yep.
They moved the bookstore?
They put it right on top of the bookstore, the apartments. It was nice. So I literally, my sophomore apartment, you could look out the window and see the football field, and I could watch the game when I wasn't calling it from my bedroom.
You didn't want to go over there?
They were bad my first 2 years.
Okay, that's fair.
The best place I had in Warrensburg was Rich Reynolds, and they were like an apartment complex, but they were really nice, and it was right next to the baseball stadium.
Oh, that's a good location.
So
too,
I could literally stand on my patio, hang a dart, and watch the baseball team play.
Yeah.
So it was kind of fun.
Were they any good?
Oh, yeah. They're historically good.
Are they?
Oh, you seen
yeah.
baseball? Oh, yeah.
They're like historically
Jim Crane,
good.
owner of Houston Astros, is a
that's
alum.
right. That's
Yeah,
his
he's the
place.
alum.
Yeah, okay.
And their stadium's awesome.
Yeah.
It sits in a
They
So
great
he
just
pays
revamped
for
it.
everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's
Oh,
a big
yeah.
donor.
Good for
Love it.
him.
He's
That's
all,
awesome.
But he's all about that. He
Yeah.
wants to give the money to the school. Yeah, Jim Crane is an OG right there.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Houston Astros owner, right?
That's
yeah,
right.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's really
Hey, you
cool.
do any? I'm assuming you did Breakfast of Champions when you were there
Every year.
every year.
They try to get everybody Astros fans though down there.
Nah,
Were the
not
jerseys
really.
any like Astro
So
kind of?
UCM is flooded with Cardinals fans.
Yeah, I know.
Which is why I hated the Cardinals even more when I went to college, because I was down there in 11 when they won that with the David Freese home run.
We'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, and it was like everybody freaked out, and like I was just like, I hate this.
It's one
so
of the greatest
much.
calls ever, though. I mean, you
It
channel
is.
your dad.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
I mean, come on. And for the team that you grew up with, you know? I mean, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. I know a lot of people don't like Joe Buck, but that's one of the greatest calls in baseball history right there.
Oh, yeah.
Where you channel your dad for the team that your dad, I mean.
And it's almost in the same way.
I mean, again, I'm getting this is baseball, right? This is why we love the sport.
Yeah, the two of the top 5 greatest baseball calls of all time are St. Louis. The see you tomorrow night, and then the go crazy folks go crazy when Ozzie Smith hits the home run of all people.
Of all people, the Wizard.
It'd be like, I mean, Isaac Collins hits a game-winning home run to force another game. You'd be like, go crazy, folks. Isaac Collins just won the game.
Yeah.
But anyways, Tom Brady's birthday was yesterday, and you asked who will more folks accept as the next GOAT moving forward, Mahomes or LeBron?
Yeah.
The answer is neither.
Okay.
LeBron, too many teams.
Okay.
I know that he's great. The records are there, but never going to catch Jordan, so that's out because we know that the end-all, be-all deciding factor of GOAT talks are rings. LeBron jumped way too many times. However you feel about that, I don't really care, but we know that's the issue.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, Brady went to the Bucs and got one, but more so it was like, can he do it without Bill, and can Bill do it without Tom? So we had something that we actually were pining to see, whereas like LeBron's like, oh, cool, he won a title in the bubble. He then went to the Lakers, or while he was at the Lakers, then he goes to, Philadelphia. Whereas, like, if LeBron won one in Cleveland and then stayed in Cleveland and maybe won 2 more, I feel like the opinion of LeBron might be different.
Maybe,
now, he's done stuff outside of the game that maybe gives people a different skewed perspective when it comes to how he feels politically, which a lot of people don't like.
And that's why I think Mahomes could be the GOAT over LeBron, because he doesn't wade into that political realm. He keeps quiet. You don't know where Patrick Mahomes stands on basically everything. And that was the same way with Michael Jordan. He never got involved in that kind of stuff.
Plus, politics weren't like that then in sports.
No, they weren't. Not like it is now.
No, it's everywhere now.
Yeah.
And The other thing with Mahomes is that Mahomes needs to play till he's 42. So that's 11 more years.
That's a long time.
Whereas like LeBron played too long, so it kind of hurts his legacy in the sport of the NBA because what Jordan played like 9 years and won 6 titles and took a year off. So
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. And then Mahomes has 3. He's got to get 4 more in 11 years if he plays to 42. So we're like, there's age hurt LeBron. Age is Mahomes' best friend when it comes to trying to catch that. Now, if Mahomes gets to 6, but also like all of Brady's stats are insane.
I know,
so like
nuts.
Mahomes has to have like that next, wave where he's throwing 45, 46 a year yard wise, and have the touchdowns there. So I don't think either ever will have that status. They'll have the like, he was better maybe athletically, but legacy, no.
You don't think legacy ever will. But if you had to choose one, would fans be more accepting of Mahomes as the new GOAT or as LeBron? I think it would be Mahomes.
For sure.
I think so too. Look at the NFL, right? And I think LeBron, either like him or you don't. Patrick Mahomes, I think everybody just kind of likes. There is no dislike really, unless you're a Bills fan, but it's not like it's sports hate versus anything. I think LeBron has waded so far into the mainstream that everybody has an opinion on LeBron James.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things. And I think the other thing too is that like the whole team jumping gets everybody kind of like, if you don't care about the politics, then there's like the team jumping, the flopping,
right,
all that sort of stuff. My son gets drafted by the Lakers in the second round and comes, even though I thought that was cool, you do it too.
Right.
But again,
for the average fan, it's not.
It's not. Coming up next, it's Start Bench Cut, brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow. Get to know Jay's Southland Tow, and what we know next is Start Bench Cut here on 96.5 The Fan, your home, Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Saquon Thornton, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends, over at Park and Go, this is the airport parking you deserve because they are fantastic. And every spot is covered at Park and Go. So you know when you're out of town that your car is always going to be protected from the elements. Maybe you have a last-minute summer vacation coming up and you don't want the heat of that sun beating down on your car. Maybe you've got a Christmas trip, coming up and you don't want the snow and the ice and sleet on your car while you're out of town. That's why you need to park at Park and Go. Every spot is covered, and you're going to get a great rate when you prepay and book online at bookparkandgo.com. That's why I always go there immediately after my flight. You're going to save money and have your reservation ready to go. When you show up on the day of your flight, they'll direct you to that covered parking spot reserved for you. And as soon as you're there, the van will meet you and take you right to the airport terminal. No hassle at all. And when you get back, this is why I love Park and Go. They're there waiting for you. Just grab your bags, walk outside, jump on the bus, and it's right back to the trunk of your car. So do what we did and join their frequent parker program and earn points towards free parking. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
The Advent Health Championship is Casey's only PGA Tour event. Whether you're a golfer or you just want to be part of the fun, family-friendly event, see the future stars of the PGA Tour at Blue Hills Country Club, August 20th through 23rd. Ticket information at adventhealthchampionship.com.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
In a business built on trust, experience matters. For more than 36 years, Century Roofing has installed over 36,000 roofs across Kansas City, earning a reputation for quality, integrity, and service. Homeowners have voted Century Roofing Best Roofing Company in Johnson County for the 5th consecutive year and Best in Kansas City for the 2nd straight year. KC-based and female-owned, Century Roofing. Visit CenturyRoofingKC.com. Trust the pillars of strength.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
New Game Plus with Oxy makes your laundry smell incredible and fights stubborn smells, like the ones your dog Biscuit brought into your freshly made bed last night. But you wash that all away with Game, and now you're drifting asleep to the scent and sound of waves. Ah, nope, that's the dog licking your ear.
Biscuit.
It just might be our greatest scent ever, now with odor-fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
Sniff the difference. Game.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Car wreck? Get the money you deserve. Mike's got this.
Paid for in client portrayal and endorsement. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law.
How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLInjuryLaw.com.
Northland 169 highway southbound, heavy approaching Inglewood with construction. About a half mile of slow stuff to get through there. 435 westbound on the south side, slow rolling from Holmes to the state line. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Range Bait with Dusty Likens is now up on the Fan's YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter channels. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. This is Fescoe and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it covered.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fescoe.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts. Love that you're listening. This comes from the Carter Jensen Fanatic on X. He tweeted at both of us. Quick Trip takes Casey's in 5 losses to the breakfast pizza. I don't know, man. I've never had a good breakfast burrito at Quick Trip. I've had a great breakfast burrito at Casey's. I think it goes 7, and I'm at the edge of my seat to see who wins the final matchup.
Okay.
Because I will say I did get the chicken tenders at Quick Trip the other day.
And?
Pretty good, dude.
Okay, all right.
They're pretty good. You might have to wait a little bit, but order it on the app, which is everything nowadays. Like if you go to Chick-fil-A, use the app.
Yeah.
They have 2 lanes, right? Mansour 2-lane. Like you can go to the right side and have your mobile app, scan it, goodbye, hi, here's my food, see you later. Or, but they're so efficient. It really doesn't matter.
Are. I mean, we were just there on Saturday morning, and it was like you're there 2 seconds, and
It's
you're
like
in and out.
in
It's great.
It's like in the golden days of Chipotle.
Yeah.
You could order ahead and go pick it up, or you could just go through the line. Nowadays, it's only pickup for me because I don't want to get 3 pieces of chicken tossed back in.
Right, toss back in, yeah.
Chicken.
Unbelievable. Still unbelievable. They put the chicken back
you hear
into
about
the
this?
pot. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So I went to Chipotle the other day over there by the mall, 95th and
the other day, it was a week and a half ago.
Well, yeah, it was almost 2 weeks.
Hey,
now,
that's old
really.
people's other day.
Yeah, like so 2 weeks ago now. Or I guess it was 2 weeks ago now, right? And I ordered one of those protein bowls, and they couldn't get the lid to close. So instead of just handing me the bowl, they took the lid and they flicked the chicken back into the pan where they served the other chicken. I'm like, we're out. We're done here.
Wow!
Look at his
wide
facial
open.
expression. Like, oh my god! Like the tub of chicken that they put the spoon in to scoop on everybody else's food. They were flicking my chicken back in with the top.
Oh, nice!
Of the plastic top that's been sitting there. I don't want that.
I mean, I'm really proud of them for saving 18 cents.
Yeah, right.
I mean, like, I'm just standing there. It's for here. Just say, hey, we can't get the top on it. Here you go.
Right,
It also makes you look really cheap.
Yeah.
Like, that was my original take was like, how cheap are you to try to put this chicken back in to get the top on to save you, like Dusty said, 18 cents or whatever it is. It ain't coming out of your check.
Yeah.
And then my wife's like, when I got home and I told her the story, she goes, how about the health department getting involved in that? I'm like, I never even thought about that.
Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, I haven't had Chipotle in a while, but yeah.
But I mean, so I was just gonna get a cup of chicken.
Yeah,
and now I'm out.
Now you're out.
So it is 9:00 on a Tuesday. Start Bench Cut brought to you by Jay's.
Here's Fescoe, Dusty, and Mac with this week's edition of Start Bench Cut.
We do have reports and eyes on Mac as our buddy Watson from the old number 5s. Watson and Brock. Watson says,
Watson, yeah.
Just saw Mac at the airport. Now it's my turn to go to Hawaii as they went to Hawaii on back-to-back weeks.
That's fun.
So Mac is in town. He'll be back on Thursday.
But if you saw him at the airport now, Mac must have taken one of them red eyes back, so he must
got
have been
back
flying
at
all.
4, 8, not 9, but man, that's
What time did
he got back at like 7 a.m. Is that what time is that? Is Hawaii's West Coast, right?
Yeah, they're 6 hours, I think, is what
They're
it is.
5 hours.
5 hours?
Yeah, because I went to Hawaii right before I started here. Yeah.
5 hours behind. Damn. That's
So
a
like
hell
when
of a
he
flight.
tweeted under your comment, it was midnight in Hawaii.
So, which is like 5 a.m. here. Yeah. So they were probably getting on the plane and flying across the Pacific tonight. And, you know.
I guess he could have been maybe in
Now.
San Diego. When
But if he
tweeted.
saw him at the airport, I'm assuming Kansas City.
Oh, yeah, because he's flying out.
Yeah,
and
that's
Mac
right.
flew
So
in.
Mac flew in, probably landed in Dallas or Houston at like 6 a.m. and jumped on the 7 a.m. flight back to Kansas City.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, Watson texted me at 8:32 a.m. is when he
Okay,
saw
yeah.
him. So maybe he saw him before that, but either we'll say 8 o'clock is when Mac finally touched down back in this wonderful area.
See,
in
when I
Kansas City.
travel, and maybe it's just my preference, I travel early when I travel out. So like I'll get on the earliest plane I can.
You want to because they don't screw it up usually.
And then I get on the latest plane when I leave to head home.
Oh no.
No, you never want the late flight. That's when they screw it all up and then you're screwed.
I'm early there, early back.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah, flew to Pensacola to go to the Gulf Shores got to the airport at 6 a.m. Flight was at 9. No, I got there at 7:15. Flight was at 9. Flew back at 11. Got home at 1.
Yeah,
perfect.
That's the way to do it.
Start
yeah.
bench cut. Would you rather be the GM of Major League Baseball, NFL, or a college football program nowadays?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to start the NFL. I'm going to bench baseball, and then I'm going to cut the college program because the college program you still got to deal with the boosters and the parents and the uncles and the aunts and the cousins and Jordan and all of that nonsense that surrounds a college program.
I'm going to start the NFL, bench college, cut the MLB.
It's just MLB.
It's just the MLB.
Yeah, you'll get yelled at. I'm just kidding, JT. But it is just MLB. Start bench cut from the trade deadline. Dodgers, Red Sox, Orioles.
I'm going to go out on a different limb here. I'm going to start the Orioles because I really do. I love the Rutschman trade for them. They got great prospects back in return. They had a guy ready to go. Like, that's the way you do baseball. So I'm going to start the Orioles. I'll bench the Red Sox, and then I'll cut the Dodgers.
So I'll go Red Sox start, bench Orioles, cut Dodgers.
Start the Dodgers, man, all day. Look what they did.
The
They
pressure's on them.
Yeah, they did well the last 2 years.
Do they have more pressure to win in October, or does Aaron Judge have more pressure?
Oh, Dodgers.
Judge.
I think you're right, Dusty. I think
Wow,
it is Judge.
really?
I really do.
I
Yeah.
can promise you right now, if I were to go to Queens and have a conversation with a New York lifer and be like, hey, man, are you excited to get Judge back? Yeah, you better show up in October. Okay.
Well, I'm saying, okay.
After missing for
if
like the
you're-
entire
if you're
year.
going
Yeah.
via fan bases like LA and New York, then I would say obviously Judge. But if you're saying like a whole, as an MLB fan persona, the pressure would be on the Dodgers if you asked, I think, a regular MLB fan.
All right. It is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, so I think we've done this once before. Start pitch cut, chocolate chip cookie, snickerdoodle cookie, or the classic sugar cookie.
I'll start the chocolate chip, bench the classic sugar, and then I'll cut the snickerdoodle.
Yeah, see, I wish I could throw a challenge flag out here.
Yeah.
But I'll go chocolate, start. We'll bench the snickerdoodle and get rid of that dang plain old sugar cookie.
Oh, the classic sugar is so
What if I
good.
were to put the peanut butter, the classic
an
peanut
oatmeal
butter cookie?
raisin over
Well,
it.
we would have all started that.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
found that out.
Yeah.
That's why in the one word you
Oh,
hear
yeah,
oatmeal
oh,
raisin.
yeah.
'Cause we all did that. And somebody told us on the text line they have a cream-filled oatmeal raisin cookie at Aldi.
Whoa.
That's got to be like a Little Debbie oatmeal raisin snack pack cake. You and I, JT, being former fat guys, we probably get cases of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. What about an M&M cookie if you put it on that list?
I don't know.
Probably
not a
still
big
go the
M&M?
same order.
Okay.
I will say the collaboration at Hy-Vee where they have like the sugar, the chocolate chip, and the M&M. If you take those to somebody's house, it's like a summertime and let them just sit outside for a
they'll
little
melt,
bit.
yeah.
They get so soft and gooey.
And they're all gone by the time you leave. It's
I
so
mean,
good.
it's like fresh
Yeah.
out the oven. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. One of the greatest desserts of all time is just the skillet cookie.
Oh, God,
I mean,
yes.
I will growl at you if you come near
Yeah.
that skillet.
Yeah.
Start bench cut to have the best of the rest of the season. Bobby Cags Carter. Bobby gonna play tonight, by the way.
I'm going to start Carter. I want to see him just bust out and beat Salvi's rookie home run record or whatever he's got. Beltran's home run record, yeah. So I'm going to start Carter, bench Cags, and then cut Bobby.
I guess Hamlin hit 24, Beltran and Bo hit 22.
22, yeah.
So you said for the rest of the season, like the best?
Yeah, who will have the best rest of the season for the Royals, Bobby Cags or Carter?
This is tough because I don't want to be.
That's why it's start, bench, cut.
Well, I don't want to be like
You
Bob.
can.
Okay, well,
Yeah, it's
I would
fine.
I would go the same as Bob.
A lot of
then.
people want to be like Bob, dude. Come on now.
Well, I didn't know if that was like the segment where you got to go opposite.
No, you don't. No.
You don't- there's no opposite. We're not ESPN here.
Okay, well, yeah, I would go the same as Bob win.
Okay. Best Chiefs rookie this year, start, bench, cut on the hope that you have. Peter Woods, R. Mason Thomas, who's?
Ours.
And then Mansour Delane.
Yeah, I'm going to start ours. I'm going to bench Woods, and then I'm going to cut Delane.
I'm gonna.
I
go,
want those defensive linemen to eat big time this year, guys.
I'm going to actually go Woods to start. Bench.
Good one.
Bench R. Mason, and then
ours.
And then Mansour is going to be the cut.
Just imagine if those two defensive linemen are good, how much easier that is for Delane.
Jeez, you and I could play defensive back if those dudes are getting to the quarterback.
Talking about 1 year, as in next year, you can pick one of these running backs or start, bench, cut these running backs. Bijan Robinson, who got his
For
contract.
next year, as in 26 or as in
That's
27?
right, as in the year they were getting ready to play.
Okay.
Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, CMC.
I'm going to start CMC. He's the only healthy weapon.
Which is ironic.
I know, right?
Which means he's going to be injured in week 1.
Oh, no.
Don't say that. The league is so much better when he plays.
Oh, for sure.
All the stars, the league's better when they play. So I'm going to start CMC. I'll bench Gibbs, and then I'll cut Robinson.
I'm going to start Bijan, bench Gibbs, cut CMC.
Okay. Last but not least, because we just talked about it, would you rather have start, bench, cut, taco pizza, meat lovers, or a specialty pizza? Like a spicy Hawaiian or like a
chicken Alfredo?
Sure, that's a specialty
Beauty.
pizza. That's a dense son of a gun there. Chicken Alfredo pizza.
It brings in the carbs.
Think there's any flop on that?
Chicken Alfredo pizza?
Not mad about it, but I mean now the fork.
Listen, it doesn't have the noodles on it, of course. It's Alfredo
and
base,
sauce.
and then chicken, and then the cheese, and sometimes I put bacon on it.
You ever go to Sarpino's?
I used to work at Sarpino's.
Oh, you did? Sarpino's is good.
Yeah, it's good, but I
They had
applied.
one there, I believe.
I applied during COVID, and they're like, oh, "How late can you work?" I go, "Oh, I probably can work till you close," not knowing they close at 3 a.m. in the morning. And so my first day there, they're like,
They
"Oh
hired
yeah,
you
you're
on the
closing." I'm like, "Oh, we close at 3." Yeah,
So what did you do for Sarpino's?
I was a delivery driver.
Hell yeah.
That's the way to go.
Yeah. I was a delivery driver for Papa John's in 2020, and then they, quote unquote, let me go because I got a speeding ticket going 5 over in Warrensburg, not working for them at the time because I would do seasonal. And they're like, yeah, you can't drive for us anymore. And I'm like, well, then I'm not working for you guys.
Yeah, that's stupid. If going 5 over, that's everybody.
Don't do
make
that
any
in
sense.
Don't do that in Greenwood. You'll
No,
get
yeah.
Lone
a
Jack,
huge.
they'll get you too. Lone Jack's
Yeah, they have anything better to
Not
do.
a lot of people down there, man. They see somebody come screaming through, they're going to get you.
Exactly. So I'll go specialty pizza start. Bench a taco pizza. Taco pizza's underrated, and then cut whatever the last one was.
Meat lovers?
Meat lovers, which I guess taco pizza would technically be a specialty pizza, but I'm talking more so like there's this place in downtown Lee Summit called Main Slice. They have a Maui Wowie. It's jerk chicken, pesto based, with banana peppers, pineapple, and Canadian bacon.
That's not a
with
taco
mozzarella
pizza.
cheese.
That's not a taco pizza.
No, it's a specialty pizza.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
That's a mess.
It's so good, and it's not as bad. It's not like messy like you would think.
It sounds like a mess, and I'm out on pineapple on the pizza too. So Matt Folks of the CU in the Major Leagues Foundation is trying to push this pineapple stuff on the kids. It's ridiculous. Stop, Matt. Stop.
I like Matt. Keep it going, Matt. Keep pushing pineapple. Like fajitas made in a pineapple bowl.
No, that's fine on that. I'm talking about on the pizza. I don't want it on my
put
pizza.
it all over the pizza with a little jalapeno,
Are you
Canadian
a pineapple
bacon.
fan? Oh,
Big time.
See, I'm not a
Big time.
I'm okay with pineapple on a pizza, but I'm not like when I see it on a barbecue sauce base. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. I'll do it with a regular sauce, but specialty sauce, no.
All right. Well, coming up on the other side, we get more into camp of the Kansas City Chiefs, plus what Nate Taylor had to say yesterday on the drive with Carrington Harrison here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Mansour Delane, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Golden Oak Lending want to save you some money. They've been helping us out for over a decade now. And let's be honest here, man, we all have those high interest credit card balances and higher grocery bills right now and everyday expenses. They just keep adding up and adding up and adding up. And maybe you're paying your bills every month, but you can't seem to get ahead. Or maybe you just keep making those minimum payments, but because of the high interest, the balances hardly move or they just keep growing. You may have built equity in your home that could help. A simple refinance from Golden Oak Lending may allow you to use that equity to consolidate high-interest credit cards and other bills into one manageable monthly payment. And that gives you the much-needed breathing room you have been looking for. So I want you to take their free mortgage checkup right now at Golden Oak Lending. It will be the best phone call you ever made. You'll do all the talking. You'll tell Golden Oak Lending where you want to go, and then they'll look for a plan to get you there. So call them now, 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD. Or check them out at goldenoaklending.com. Golden Oak Lending, MLS 114937.
At Farmers, our honesty is contagious.
Wait, am I going to catch honesty?
Well, when you're with Farmers, it's kind of inevitable.
Well, how long does it take to... I lied to you when you asked if I knew what a deductible was. I don't know my dad's birthday, and I thought umbrella policies were for rainstorms. Actual rainstorms. I have it, don't I?
You don't just have honesty.
You have Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
My friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 are doing so many great things around Kansas City, right? You know what they do with the HVAC folks, and now they're out here helping the architectural sheet metal folks as well, because at Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2, their mission is to build strong partnerships between members, business partners, customers, and the community, and there's zero cost to become a partner contractor. So if you're an architectural sheet metal contractor, they'll provide a flexible workforce for your project demands, timelines, and those economic conditions. And when you partner with the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2, you're connected to elite craftsmanships. Our members install metal roofing, siding, decorative features on our region's most iconic buildings, like the top of Bartle Hall, Kaufman's Performing Arts Center, and the Crown at Kaufman Stadium. And they will provide manpower specifically for the architectural sheet metal community. Plus, there's no downside. It's completely free with zero obligation. Just straightforward information on how they can grow your business and profit margins. Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. We're an old union with a new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
Let's be honest, you've heard about Centric for years because Alex and I have been talking about it, and you've probably been thinking about making that change, starting a new career, or finding something with actual opportunity. What are you waiting for?
In as little as 4 months, Centric can prepare you for an in-demand career in IT with that hands-on training from experienced instructors that know exactly what employers are looking for right here in the Kansas City area. The next class is another opportunity to change your future.
Connect with Russ Mondry today at Centric.com. That's CENTRIQ.com. Your future won't wait, so neither should you.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I built this business the old-fashioned way. Hard work and a whole lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, about that, I upgraded us to Odoo. Odoo puts everything we need, sales, inventory, accounting, on one connected platform. No more juggling systems, no more headaches.
So it all works together?
Exactly.
Odoo is the all-in-one business software that makes running and passing on a business easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
It's Carrington Harrison from The Drive. If anyone knows about sports fans, it's me. I get to live and breathe the excitement of the season all year long. For advertisers, that passion matters. It's exactly why sports radio performs for brands. People who listen to sports on the radio, via streaming, or on sports podcasts are nearly 3 times more likely to consider a brand that supports their favorite team. If you're interested in reaching sports fans, we have the playbook for you. Check out our comprehensive ebook, State of Audio Sports Fandom. Check out stateofaudio.com.
Today, expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 94.
Weather brought to you by Staples. It's the most wonderful time of the year at Staples.
They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech and more at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Moving right along here on a Tuesday morning, going very, 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 very fast. Meat lovers with Alfredo sauce. Holy
my
goodness.
God.
Chili cheese. Chili pizza with nacho cheese is delicious.
Okay.
That's heavy.
That's like when we were in San Diego.
Cooter.
Yeah. When we were in San Diego, there was what's it called? A Wiener Schnitzel?
Yeah.
Never heard of it, but they were
yeah.
promoting their fish dog. And we asked what the fish dog was.
Is that just a fish stick?
It's just a fish stick and a hot dog bun. And they were like, you could also get chili on top. I'm like, whoa, that is some different kind of stuff.
Chili and fish? We thought the guy serving chili in the movie theater was a bad move. Chili and fish?
Serving chili at the
How
movie
about
theater.
chili on a fish fillet?
No.
Smash or
no,
pass?
Pass.
No, I'm thinking about a fish stick topped with chili inside a bun and
Inside
the
a hot dog
textures
bun.
that are just
Bring that up to Kanye West. If you know, you know. The Crab Rangoon pizza from Old Shawnee Peaches.
Oh,
that
so
is good.
but
Our
it's
boss
so
has gotten
expensive.
that.
the original Crab Rangoon pizza at Fong's Pizzeria in Des Moines, Iowa. Okay, we went up there one time. That was the time we went up to look at the Field of Dreams where we'll go next year because the rumors are that the Royals are going to be playing up there next year. But we had the Fong's Pizza in downtown Des Moines, the Crab Rangoon pizza. I mean, it's insane. It's so unbelievably awesome. I love it.
Wow. From Chiefs Camp, this comes from Pete Sweeney. Based upon Monday's look with Jerry Sneed limited and Mansour Delane held out of the team and now Christian Fulton not practicing, he expects today's outside cornerbacks during team practice to be Noel Williams and Melvin Smith.
Wow.
I don't know, Mel.
That's okay. Hey, I saw there was a picture of Tyrann Mathieu with the coaching. They might ask him to
They may
put
have
on the
him suit
pads.
up. Yeah, at this point, yeah.
So we saw that there's a bunch of lingering receiver issues with injuries. Would you call Keenan Allen?
Yeah. But didn't he sign with somebody?
I thought he.
Not that I've seen. Has he signed?
I don't think he. I thought he signed with the Chargers. I could be wrong.
Maybe I was reading that idiot that sits alongside of Colin Cowherd that said he's been
Mac
cut
or
by
whatever? Yeah.
every team in the NFL and he's only been on like 2. Maybe that's where I've got my information from.
Did I wonder if I missed that because you can miss some stuff over the
No,
weekend.
of course, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He was there last year. I know that. He's 33 to 34 years old.
Oh, hell, Dwayne Bowe's at camp today.
Did you see the pants? Did you see the pants?
Did I see the pants?
Oh, I mean, dabbing up Travis Kelce, and then you see Dwayne Bowe's pants, which are just, I mean, precious, man.
He's got like
Swag.
Sweatpants that are like bell bottoms on.
But I bring that up because Nate Taylor brought this up because we know one thing that we like about, camp is that you get the battles, right? You get the who's going to play, who's going to not, and is a wide receiver move coming. That's why I asked about Keenan Allen, because I know a lot of people are like, guys, week 6, they're going to bring Tyreek Hill in. We heard Nate Taylor tell us, going to say they're going to wait for Tyreek Hill. It's Nate Taylor yesterday with Carrington Harrison.
They don't have a lot of money, Carrington. In fact, they have no money as of right now. They would have to make a move to create money to bring on Stephon Diggs, in my opinion. Which leads to, once again, who's on that waiver wire, who got cut on cut down day. Is there any receiver that looked good in the preseason that just didn't quite make their team's roster? And Chiefs fans have to remember this because you were 6-11. You're actually pretty high now on the waiver wire claim. Hey, if something, I know it's going to drive you nuts, Carrington, but hey, what if Juju Smith-Schuster's available? I mean, hey, I think McCole Harvin's making the Buffalo Bills roster, but you never know. You never know.
I'm good on that. That's not a name that I would say.
Tyreek Hill doesn't do it for me, though, either, you know?
And I think that's why we see a lot
Diggs
of...
do it for you?
What?
Would Diggs do it for you?
No. All these guys are old. They're washed up. Keenan Allen does it for me because, I don't know, I just like him. There's just something about him, you know? Stephon Diggs, I feel like he's kind of got some issues that he needs to deal with. Tyreek obviously has issues he needs to deal with. Keenan Allen's not coming off a leg that he can't use, right?
I don't believe so. He's
Right.
just going to be 34.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
He had the injury 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No, that was 2 years ago, though. Yeah.
That was what, when he was with Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah. And so, I don't know, but I mean, like, you hear that, and it's almost like the conversation there, or the quote could have been ended in 8 seconds. Well, guarantee they don't have a lot of money. In fact,
Right.
they have zero money.
And that's where we stand, yeah.
And this is the team. Now, I do think that by week 1, I think Worthy should be fine. I think Cyrus Allen's going to be fine with the bruise or whatever it may be. And then
They should be
rushing
fine by
rest.
the end of the week.
I would hope so. As Andy Reid said, day to day, or he's going to need a couple of days when talking about Cyrus Allen. Worthy, obviously the shoulder issue when he, reached out for the catch and then fell down on it. But the other thing that's concerning, maybe not to a level of like panic, but it's definitely like radar-based concern, is the Mansour Delane thing, because you drafted him 6th overall. Did you know about this? So now your last 2 first-round picks are both having looming injuries that you probably knew about. Otherwise, I mean, they know everything, right? They probably know where you live.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so...
I'm sure I've been followed home by chief security once or twice.
So it is a bit of a concern. It's on my radar. It's something that we have to monitor until he is ready to go. But that is the Mansour Delane injury, and this was Nate Taylor on that as well.
Ooh, this is going to get tricky, guys. I don't think he would play a game this week. I mean, they held him out of, contact today for a reason, because the medical staff is just not comfortable with, whether or not his shoulder's fully healed. I mean, it's unfortunate because we know he has the physical tools and the traits to play well, but if you're not in pads right now, it's cool that you're out there. It's cool that you want to do like some one-on-ones, some individual periods, but Andy wants the jersey to be taken off, the non-contact yellow jersey. I just don't know if that's going to happen sort of after training camp, which would be like late August. And if the medical staff says, hey, there's no need to push him right now, all he needs is more time for that shoulder, and then you give him the extra 3 weeks, and you just say, hey, we have maybe a preseason game or 2 to get you, into the rhythm of it all, and then we have obviously a couple weeks before we play the different Broncos. But the funny thing about this, Carrington, is like they still don't have their actual depth chart. They don't know who the best cornerback is. It could be Mansour Delane. It could be Noah Williams, who's been really good so far in camp. Who knows when L'Jarius Sneed's going to take on 7-on-7 or 11-on-11 period. They just might give him the whole month to just not put any, wear and tear on his knees.
It's crazy when you start to think about all the injuries and what to do in training camp and preseason, and we're already talking about limiting guys and making sure they're okay. I think with Delane, I think what they're going to do probably is, and what I would do, obviously, in this situation, not that they care, but if it's a shoulder injury like that, just let it go. Just let it rest for a while, right? Let's make sure it gets back to where it needs to be. Because as with any injury, if you rush somebody back too soon, well, then we're not healing, and then we've got bigger fish to fry, and then we're talking about a lingering issue all season long. And so that's where I am with Mansour Delane right now. Let him sit out for as long as he needs to make sure that he is fully recovered and 100% ready to go, so it isn't something each week Andy's addressing. Delane's going to sit out today because of a shoulder injury or something like that. You got time right now. Yeah, I know it's getting sped up because we're in August now, but you still have time right now. There's no need to rush him or anybody for that matter.
And when you look at this from yesterday, as Carrington would, I think, follow that up, if the Chiefs had a game coming up this week, would Mansour Delane be playing? Nate Taylor said, nope, not at all. I'm not even sure that answer changes in a month from now. That was on our station yesterday. What does that do for you?
It raises a little bit of a red flag, I think, right now, because a month from now is opening day. I mean, a month from now is Labor Day weekend, and then we got, what's the 10th or 11th is the opener, right?
Yeah, the 11th, right? That's a Monday?
The 11th, Monday the 11th, is that what it is? Either way, 10th or 11th. So you're about, what are we, 5 weeks away from the start of the regular season. And if a game in a
it's
month.
It's the 14th.
Yeah, 14th. September 14th is the first game of the year?
Yep.
Yeah, so you got about 6 weeks now that you're looking for.
5.5 weeks.
Yeah,
I guess yesterday would have been 6 weeks.
So a little less than 6 weeks now to get that injury healed. That's. I mean, it's concerning. There's no question about it. But let's just see over the next 2 weeks and see what happens and kind of where he is. 3 weeks, however long Nate's talking about. A month. Again, there's no reason to rush this guy at this point in time. You hope other guys can step up and use this opportunity to maybe build some depth at your defensive back position as well.
Does that concern you, though, that he could miss week 1 and he's drafted 6th overall?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I didn't like seeing that quote just because I know that everything is kind of like you'll know as much as we allow you to know.
Mm-hmm.
But there was no, and maybe he did get hurt in OTAs, the text line saying maybe that's where it happened.
Right.
But it seems like so far this year it's just been dusted off. It's oh yeah, he's going to be in the non-contact and he's fine. All this is fine. But where does the shoulder rank for you on an injury concern level when it comes to that position?
High, I would think.
Right, because you're here.
I would think so.
Not only
you're
are
trying
you
to
here,
reach
but you're
up
also trying to tackle.
And you're
use
jamming
your
guys
shoulder.
at the line. And, again, watching the quarterback, watching even Baker Mayfield hurt his left shoulder when he's a right-handed thrower and how much of an impact that had on him doing that. It wakes you up a little bit to see where these injuries are and what they could potentially do. So, no. I mean, you're a defensive back. I think the shoulder for any football player is probably one of the worst things that you could have.
Because you have the conversation, what makes the Chiefs a better team? Woods dominating or Delane dominating? So I brought that up because obviously the injuries there. If you could have one win Rookie of the Year, who do you think would give the team better success? Delane 9-1, Woods 55-1.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's Woods.
Maybe the odds should be reversed, Dusty.
Well, after what Trey Smith said yesterday, it could just be already over.
Yeah.
But I would say it's probably Woods. Now, I do think R. Mason Thomas is going to do a lot to help out as well. I think he's going to see an uptick quickly in the season. That's what at least I'm potentially basing off what the reports are out of camp. But, man, if Peter Woods is great, that means Delane's great. But also if Delane's great, that means Woods is going to be great because he's got time to work interiorly through the offensive line from the interior side of that. Whereas if he can get pressure, they're going to have to throw quick, which means Delane's job, yes and yes on both sides. But I think I'm with you, and I think I take Woods because of what he can do and get to. We love quarterback sacks. If they're not throwing to the corner, right?
Yeah,
that is weird to say. We love quarterbacks, but yeah, we love getting to the quarterback, and that's something that we've been starving for the last 3 years.
For the last couple of years, and I just think, look, if we're talking about Woods being in that category for Defensive Rookie of the Year, and like we said, his odds are 55-1, Delane at 9-1. If he's in the category of Rookie of the Year, and we're having legit conversations about that in the middle of the season, that means things are going really well for this defense, and that's exciting to see and exciting to think about. Both of these guys are Mason Thomas and Peter Woods, the two youngest guys on this roster, going after the quarterback, and really the whole defensive line. When you think about it, I mean, the last 2 years they have 4 picks in the top 4 rounds on their defensive line, so they have now made an effort to get that defensive line younger, faster, stronger, and quicker. I'm excited to see it in action this year because I think it's going to be really good.
I'm just glad they're not asking him to put on weight like they did to Omen Norman Lott.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Woods is, at least from what Trey Smith said yesterday, if you missed it, he's basically he's fast, his movement, all this sort of stuff. And then I think there were a couple people okay, so Trey Smith is approved of Peter Woods.
Yeah.
Which also leads to, where at camp, is there battle positions that you're watching? Because at first we thought the only position battle we really were maybe going to see was right tackle, right?
See, I actually never thought there was going to be I still don't think there's a battle there at right tackle.
Who do you think has it?
Oh, I think it's Moore's. It's still Moore's.
He was the number one guy, and then the last couple of days, the UDFA's been there playing.
Well,
Benson.
But Nate Taylor was talking about it yesterday that he believes the way he's getting it from the coaches is they believe the only way for Benson to get better is him to take the ones right now while they know what Moore has.
I like that thought process, actually. Huh?
Funny you say that. This is Nate Taylor on that position.
I don't think it's a serious competition yet, and I'll give the reasons why. Jalen Moore, as you have said multiple times, he's making starter money, okay? We know he can play in the NFL because he's been in the NFL for 5 years. I know it's a nice story for Khalil Benson This is the first day in pads, and it's clear to me, my read on it is the coaching staff already knows what they have in Jalen Moore. The question now is between today, the first day of pads, and that first preseason game against the Rams, how much can Khalil Benson show us with the first team getting real reps against George Karlaftis and obviously Ashley Gelati when he comes back from the hamstring injury and R. Mason Thomas. And, hey, let's even put Chris Jones out there, every now and then just to give him an idea of, like, hey, this is what it takes to, like, block, an all-world pass rusher from the interior going to the outside. I still find it hard to believe that when Patrick Mahomes is in uniform on September 14th against the Denver Broncos, you're not going to play Jalen Moore at right tackle. I think this is more about Khalil Benson's development long-term.
So there you go.
Yeah.
There's what JT was alluding to from yesterday.
Yep. The only thing I would say is I don't care about the money problem. Like, I don't care if you're getting starter money. I want the best of the best out there to protect the quarterback. I get it. He's making that money, but still, I would rather have, if Benson's actually better than him, then put Benson out there.
Yeah, and look, I don't know that Benson is necessarily better right now than Jalen Moore, and I love Nate's rationale there. They're letting him get some work, and folks I've talked to up there are like, hey, he's raw, he's doing a nice job, but still a long way to go as an undrafted free agent. But I love that rationale there. He's playing with the ones in order to get reps against the runs, and reps against the runs is what we all had when we ate lettuce for the last 2 weeks.
Have you done it yet?
I haven't, no.
Okay, I thought you were going to have a salad the other day for lunch.
I thought about it, but I didn't.
I actually
bailed.
had a salad and did not have the problem.
Yeah, I bailed. I did. I got lettuce,
Stage fright.
Stage fright. I did. No,
yeah,
I'm not kidding.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I get it, man.
I remember they had tacos up here last week, and they're like, we didn't order the lettuce, but they gave us the lettuce.
Well, I'm out on that. And we went to Coach's, and I was going to get a salad over there, but they had this great salmon bowl on the menu with salmon and asparagus and some rice. I'm like, that's perfect, actually.
Great. I'd rather piss for a week and it smell like asparagus than piss out of my
Oh, yeah. I'm still, I couldn't tell you the last time I had the lettuce. I don't know. You remember it at Mac's wedding. Everybody looked at that and no chance.
Yeah, we did kind of give Jen the remembrance. She went to go do it. You're like, I ain't touching that. And she goes, oh, it's already on the plate. I'm like, just Chick-fil-A it.
Yeah.
Chipotle.
Jen-filet it.
Yeah, Chipotle this thing back in. But no, I love that. I never, that's like one of those moments like, why aren't we doing this more and letting the ones play against, or the backups play against the ones to see how good they are on those team drills? That's a really good move by the Chiefs.
Also, I think I don't know how Mahomes thinks, but I would think Mahomes would maybe feel more comfortable in week one coming off the injury, having Jalen Moore out there than a rookie undrafted. Yeah.
But the good news is the kid's playing good football right now. He's making good progress.
I wouldn't be concerned until the last preseason game and the ones go back out there and Moore is not out there with them and it's Benson. Then you'd be like, all right, well, maybe they're thinking Benson's the one, but I don't think that's the battle. I think
would that concern you though if Benson won that job from Jalen Moore?
I don't know if it would concern me in a sense of
it would surprise me.
Yeah, okay.
Because how did nobody draft this guy?
Yeah.
That's the number one concern. And then two, it's like, how much better is he than Jalen Moore? Because from what we were told, Jalen Moore was pretty damn good. There just happened to be Trent Williams in his way.
Exactly. Right. That's what I was going to say is like maybe he is just a certified backup swinger for the tackle position.
Yeah, you got to have a backup swinger in case your original swinger didn't answer the phone.
Yeah, Tammy. So is there a battle at wide receiver too brewing?
I don't know.
I would say there's maybe a battle at 3.
Over Thornton and Cyrus Allen?
Yeah, because my buddies were telling me, oh, that's the battle. I was like, I think it's at 4, but they're like, no, I think Cyrus Allen's better than Thornton. I was like, okay, all right.
Cyrus Allen is impressive. I mean, he really is. And that's, like people who have watched the game for a long time are like, this guy's really good. So obviously he's standing out right now. I think Worthy and Rice are your 1 and 2s right away. And then I think Cyrus Allen, I think he's making a case to be your number 3 wide receiver right now. I think he's opening eyes. He's doing some good things right now.
Obviously this is what makes the NFL so great because we are locked into camp battles and camp stories.
Oh, yeah.
And not even a game has been played yet. We got to wait another 2 days for that. Thursday, August 6th, as the Panthers and Cardinals will play. But I think it all comes down to like, who does Andy trust when it comes to the tackle position? And then the wide receiver battle is who does Mahomes trust?
Yeah.
Who is he showing you that he trusts? I know that Armstrong kid, gained a little bit of reps yesterday because of what he could do with guys that weren't playing.
Right.
And yesterday's first padded practice. But like the first thing we heard from camp, at least in my opinion, was, boy, is Cyrus Allen really showing up for Patrick Mahomes. We saw the camp notes number 1 from Nate Taylor was today was a really bad practice for the Chiefs receivers. And when Chad O'Shea sees the tape, it's going to be eye-opening because of what he's going to have to see. But also the one highlight was Cyrus Allen.
Yep.
And so I think that's, again, you think camp hype is not real. We had Dana Hughes on talking about why everybody's so pissed that why is Cyrus Allen out there? Well, he's a 5th-round receiver. Like, he's going to have to do this. This is the way of the game. Like, he's going to get hit eventually. So, like, it's going to happen. Now, again, it's like, what, like a lower shin bruise? Andy said he'd be like,
should be by the end of the week. Does that concern you with, like, say, this position battle?
No, because I don't know how it happened.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, does the concern of the battle of the position? Yeah, the concern is, can Xavier Worthy stay healthy? Because everyone told me in college he was never hurt, and he gets into pros, and now he's been hurt.
He's hurt all the time.
NFL's a different breed.
Of course it is. Yeah. Not everybody in every position is a, stud athlete like they are in the NFL. Like, I say stud, you might look at some people's roster like, that guy's not a stud, but if he were to go play D1, he'd absolutely wipe the floor.
Be
with
the best player on the field.
100%. So I don't know. I don't know where that battle lies. 913-586-7965. Where is the battle that you're seeing? Is it right tackle or is it wide receiver 2? Because if Xavier Worthy can't be on the field and Cyrus Allen can, availability is the best ability.
It is. And they love what Cyrus Allen is doing right now. And you wouldn't be surprised to see a Wally Pip. I mean, the term that somebody had told me with the organization is awesome when they look at Cyrus Allen right now. And so that gets you excited as a fan, right? We got a 5th-round wide receiver who may emerge to be a top target. And if you can take a 5th-round wide receiver and convert that guy into a top wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs, that's a hell of a steal. And if Cyrus Allen goes out there and gets you, 550 to 750 yards this year and a couple of touchdowns, that's going to be looked at as one of the best draft picks we've had in a while.
2 different texts here. Gold is just eating lettuce like crazy. He is without a care in the world. And then from the 620, you should have heard Gold yesterday. He was bragging about how he just never stopped eating lettuce, just throwing caution to the wind.
Good for him.
He's doing his little run around the circle like Aaron Rodgers was yesterday on ESPN.
Yeah, a little bit like that. Yeah, absolutely.
I would say, do you think there's a battle with the second edge rusher?
So you're talking about R. Mason Thomas?
R. Mason Thomas, Gelati. You got those guys out
to
there?
be the starting second
second edge rusher.
I don't think there was ever a battle. I think it's just a position to be taken. So I guess that would define the battle.
Gotcha.
But I mean, I think when you looked at it, it was Karlaftis, Jones, whoever,
Tonga,
and then somebody's gonna. But I mean, if R. Mason Thomas can do it, man, like we'll see.
So you're saying that wasn't a battle because it was just a position.
I think it was just a vacancy that they were basically telling people like, this is why we went all defensive line in the draft. Like this is where we need to find somebody. But maybe that is the definition of a battle because it's an open spot and they're having tryouts.
Right. You got defend for yourself.
That's right. Don't forget today, Cody and Gold are live in St. Joe. They'll have Jaden Hicks after practice, and today at the podium, you'll have offensive coordinator, interim coach Joe Blameyer. Ken Walker will talk, Tonga will talk, and linebacker Cooper McDonald will all talk. I love that he sent that as McDonald's. If we're supposed to know
who that guy is.
You're right. I can be a terrible radio host if I get to know who Cooper McDonald was. Dusty,
did we get ripped for that on the text line?
I'm sure we will
Cooper
now.
McDonald? I don't know.
Yeah, ripped for that or ripped for not eating lettuce. Hey, it's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. I've got a weird sports metaphor for this here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Emmett Johnson, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends, over at Jay's Southland Tow, they're just a phone call away when you get into trouble. And we know from firsthand experience how great Jay's Southland Tow service is. About a month ago, my daughter got into that car accident, and we called Jay's Southland Tow service immediately. And they came right out and helped us out of that tough situation. And you know, when you get into a wreck, it is a tough situation, right? The last thing you want to do is stand around and not know who to call. Well, Jay's Southland Tow service makes it so easy. And it doesn't have to be a car wreck for you to call Jay's Southland Tow Service. Maybe your car doesn't start. Maybe you had a situation where you locked your keys in the car, or maybe you just need to move your camper and boat around to the lake, from the lake, Boom, Jay Southland Tow Service is just a phone call away. So what I want you to do is put their number in your phone so you have it and you're ready to go. That way, when something happens, you know exactly who to call. Jay Southland Tow, 816-779-4TOW. That's 816-779-4TOW or at southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments in Tammy from the West, and it's Jay Southland Tow. There's nothing they can't do, so be in the know and use Jay Southland Tow.
Man, I should not have tried to handle this car wreck stuff myself.
Why?
Insurance keeps calling. I gotta find a body shop, rental car, doctor's appointments. Now they're asking for a bunch of other things.
Dude, why are you trying to do this yourself?
Call the Car Crash Kings.
That's literally what they do. You worry about getting better. They deal with the insurance, the paperwork, the calls, all of it.
Hurt in a car wreck? Don't do it yourself. Call the Car Crash Kings. It's what we do.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely from advertisements.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty. Wait, what? Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Yo, it's Jay Uso from WWE, and I'm Jimmy Uso. Chumba Casino and WWE are hyped for the biggest event of the summer, SummerSlam. I know, I can't wait. There's nothing better to do while we're waiting than playing Chumba Casino. Sign up today and you could win a VIP experience with Chumba Casino and WWE for SummerSlam. So what are you waiting for? Play Chumba Casino and enter for your chance to win. Let's Chumba. Yeah.
Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
The Advent Health Championship is Casey's only PGA Tour event. Whether you're a golfer or you just want to be part of the fun, family-friendly event, see the future stars of the PGA Tour at Blue Hills Country Club, August 20th through 23rd. Ticket information at adventhealthchampionship.com.
Go to 965thefan.com for your chance to win Kansas City Chiefs scratch tickets, plus a chance for the grand prize Chiefs bundle, which includes a framed jersey and a signed photo. All thanks to our friends at the Kansas Lottery.
final segment here on a Tuesday. You all right?
This just in from Polymarket. U.S. World Cup host cities are reportedly chasing FIFA for millions in promised payments that remain unpaid.
Great.
That's unbelievable. What a scam artist group that is.
The
Those
FIFA?
guys suck. FIFA.
Yeah, one more time for those hard of hearing in the back.
FIFA.
Yeah.
World Cup host cities are reportedly chasing FIFA for millions of dollars in promised payments that remain unpaid.
Great. Did they take all the tape off those seats at Gillette Stadium? Hell no, they didn't.
No.
Somebody can figure that out. But today is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. One of the greatest inventions in the history of the world.
How do you think that came about?
Well, look it up. It came out from the Toll House Inn in Massachusetts. They invented the cookie, hence the name the Toll House Chocolate Chip Cookie. Is some story. Somebody wanted something. They had chocolate chips. They had the dough. Boom. And there you go. The Toll House cookie was invented.
See, sometimes the best things happen by mistake.
Most of the good things happen by mistake.
That's what everything and everyone tells me is how I will end up getting married. Hey, I'm pregnant. Want to get married? Sure, let's go. But more so, not to talk about food, who is in sports, any sport, the chocolate chip cookie of sports? And what I mean by that is simple, gets it done. You know what you're getting. It's not going to wow you. You've never had an orgasm with a bite of a chocolate chip cookie, but you've been like minor-gasmed, right? Might have been like, that's good. But will also not really disappoint you. So again, the chocolate chip cookie of sports, simple, gets it done. You know what you're getting. It's not going to wow you, but you're not really disappointed.
Is it Aaron Rodgers?
I don't know, man. I think he's like a macadamia nut.
You're going to laugh at me. Maybe it's because of recency. Michael Walker?
Okay. I don't hate that. I really don't hate that. I think that's totally fine. Aaron Rodgers, no. Michael Walker, I guess.
But you know what you're getting with Rodgers. You know they're going to be a 9-8 team.
But he did stuff in the day where you were like, whoa.
Yeah, but not anymore.
Oh, yeah, present day.
Yeah.
Sure. Sam Darnold might be in there.
That's a decent one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I was trying to think. I was going to say Josh Allen, but you are disappointed every year with Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones. Oh,
No.
Daniel Jones.
Ew.
Daniel Jones is like the goat cheese.
I like goat cheese.
Oh.
I don't think he can be Jokic because Jokic wows you.
Yeah,
like
he wows you too
like,
much.
Look at his. He led the league in assists and rebounds this year. That's
he wows, and it's not Wemby. He wow. What about Jalen Brunson?
Does he not wow enough?
I don't know that Jalen. He comes in clutch at the end of the game, kind of like at the end of a friends hangout. It's like, hey, I forgot to bring these cookies out. You're like, needed that.
Yeah,
that's not a bad one.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson could be that guy.
Someone says Jared Goff. That's perfect.
You know, that's actually a good one.
Jared Goff's not bad. You're never like, I mean, I don't think the Lions and the Rams were upset. They never were like, oh my gosh, Jared Goff. And they're never like really like, damn it, Jared Goff.
Yeah, right.
Kirk Cousins in there?
Cousins could be in that category. He's a stale chocolate chip cookie now, though.
Yeah.
With that running the other day.
Somebody says Jordan Love.
Jordan Love? No, I'm not in on that. I'm out on Jordan Love.
Okay, what about when Matt Ryan played? Was he a chocolate
Matt
chip?
Ryan could have been a good one back in the day. Yeah. Never won in the playoffs, though, but you knew he was going to be a good regular season quarterback.
But he still won MVP.
Yeah.
I don't know if a chocolate chip cookie's ever been like the MVP of a dessert. Somebody says Kawhi Leonard of the NBA.
Kawhi's wild, Jay. He's hit those game-winning shots.
Yeah. But, I mean, so is Brunson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody's had those moments, right? Chocolate chip cookies had a moment. Like when you walk into the mall and you smell those chocolate chip cookies, that's Patrick Mahomes right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
A lot of managers coming in. Mike Tomlin.
That's a good one.
Really good one.
Yeah,
I was
Mike
thinking like
Tomlin's
Pittsburgh
good.
Steelers, but you can't go too far back with them. But
No, that's why I said Rodgers right away. He just fits kind of that mold. You're not going to be upset. You know what you're going to get. You see a dessert tray. The chocolate chip cookie's always satisfying. Yep. May not get you to, Brookie levels or something or whatever your favorite.
People will take it.
But people will take it. They'll like it. That's why immediately I came up with Aaron Rodgers. That was like my first answer. Wasn't always right, but it sure feels like for me that's.
And maybe this is growing because they're getting better. But what about the Milwaukee Brewers? They're always around making the playoffs.
Yeah, but nowadays Mizorowski's
right, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're like they
Before
went from chocolate chip to like
nowadays,
Oreo, double stuff.
They went to the crumbles or whatever they call it. Yeah.
They went to BYU. A lot of people say Phillip Rivers, Steve DeBerg.
Phillip Rivers is a good one, yeah.
Just keep him out of the bedroom.
Alex Smith
is the obvious one. Damn, I'm
just not playing anymore. But like he was, Baker's kind of in that level.
Yeah, a little bit, but Baker's still.
It's enough that you're like, you know what? I'll take that. Like
Yeah.
I don't need the the frosted sugar one that just is trying to sell on like that's Jackson Dart. That's the frosted sugar cookie. Like I know it's good, but it's not for me.
Right.
It's got potential. People are gonna take it. There's no wrong answer there. But where Baker, you're like, I know this 100% is what I'm getting.
Let's say we had Baker instead of Alex Smith. Would the Chiefs have had the same success?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
I don't think they would.
No, I retract that statement. No, because Baker isn't going to do what Alex did for Patrick.
Right.
And Alex is smarter than Baker.
Yes.
And that's not a shot at Baker.
No,
Alex is just extremely intelligent.
Yes. Yeah.
Would Joe Flacco fit a chocolate chip cookie?
It could be a good one.
Yeah.
I know he won the Super Bowl and stuff, but
That's been 20 years
He's
now.
kind of like the oatmeal raisin. Like there's
Yeah.
people that know that it's got something there, but other people are like, absolutely not. I'm not touching Joe Flacco. But it's like, well, actually, here's the deal. Trent Green's a good answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. DeMar DeRozan's a good answer. Somebody says Notre Dame football.
they disappoint people way too much.
Yeah. Alex Smith, Baker Mayfield. No, Matthew Stafford is way more than a chocolate chip cookie, I believe.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford is, yeah.
That's just a fun conversation. You know where that conversation started yesterday?
In the garage.
100%.
In the garage.
100%. But look what it did.
Yeah.
It got us thinking. Hey, everybody have a great day. Go do something nice for somebody. You never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. It's simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay kind, stay safe, stay groovy, and keep it here on 96.5 The Fan. You got Jaden Hicks joining Alex and Cody after practice, and they're on from 10 to 2.
Those lettuce-eating fools.
Lettuce-eating fools. Alex Gold here. We'll talk to you tomorrow on a Wednesday. Take care, Kansas City.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Alohi Gilman, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.